Subscribe to the Donnie Houston podcast, man.
Donnie Houston.
Yeah, man, it's going down this Donnie Houston podcast. I am Donnie Houston. Check it out, man. We got a special guest, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, when we talking about comedy and comedians from Houston, and boys that's really just been killing the game, man, over the last 10, 15 years. I'm talking about in a major way, wilding out, Big T, on comedy specials, man. I mean, just all out here, man, just killing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored to have him in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We come from the same era as H, so y'all finna really get a real live conversation right now, man. Say, he been doing this thing, man. He everywhere. You can't miss him. He got his brand new comedy thing he's doing in the H. You can catch that on Dirty, Sexy, Funny. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Billy Sorrells, what's going down?
Man, let me tell you something. First of all, Daddy, I'm proud of you.
Oh, man, likewise,
I want to say that, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I want to salute you. You got a tough job.
Yeah.
You got a hard job. This man got to talk to y'all, help you brand yourself, allow you to have a platform to speak. Then you're mad at how people respond to the shit you say. Nobody told you to say that, nigga. You came on here and said that goofball ass shit. Now you mad and upset. I've watched you. Niggas mad that you interviewed another nigga about a situation, not realizing that journalism requires not one side, but all available sides of a story to be able to give full context. Man, I'm proud of you, man. I know what you're dealing with, because some of these rapper niggas is retarded. I'm gonna just go ahead and start off. Y'all favorite rapper is a dummy.
Okay, who's our favorite rapper?
I mean, there's a lot of dummies out here. I mean, just don't get me wrong. But some of them don't always have it all the way. And depending on what day it is, none of these niggas got it all the way if you deal with them consistently. But I love all of them. As we family. I'm gonna start out by saying this, bro. Seeing you on your platform, being able to come here today to speak and talk to you today, man, just about stuff that's going on is important. Because we need to be able to speak about things, understand things, grab context. We are in the age of information that is now fading to the age of context. We got so much data information at our hands, we don't know how and which way we gonna put it. So hopefully today we get some shit ironed out. It's a lot of shit got to get said today, Donnie.
It is, bro. You've been going pretty hard recently. With this, and I don't even know if I want to start here, because I don't even know how deep this thing goes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we can start wherever else. We know where we can get to with that.
We'll get there.
We'll get to that point.
But like I said, bro, coming from the H, man, we come from the same area at Houston, man.
So I threw chairs at Braeswood Inn.
Come on, bro. See, this is what I'm saying. Lamar Senior Girls.
I was Lamar Senior Girls when, Billy Hunter punched the nigga and knocked the nigga through the glass.
Through the glass. Come on, bro.
Now, that was at Westheimer. I want to let y'all understand. I was fucking Lamar Senior Girls, but I was in high school at the time. I need that to be cleared up, because, they'll take it out of context. Man, a nigga adult fucking high school girl. Wait a minute.
Lamar Senior Girls, we were all 19, 11 to a grade. This is when this is
I need you also to understand, in this time, there was also some grown niggas that was coming pulling back up. And I say grown, meaning 18. I wanted to let you know, when I was in high school, the competitive part of school, you had to deal with niggas pulling up that had jobs and was in college and
real cars and shit.
And real cars and shit. And I mean, we had a different time. You know what I mean? So like, I'll say that to say for the backdrop of setting the proper context and the prompt of Houston, I will say that Houston by far has raised, groomed, and shaped the vantage point of the United States of America and the world. I will tell you again to even step a further step outside of the macro into the micro or the micro into the macro to say that Houston has not only shaped the minds of the people in the United States, but the world. It's a global port. We are a port city. We have a port of Houston. That means goods come in and out, much like Miami, much like New York, much like California. We are a port hub. Not Dallas. Dallas don't got a port. They too far north. You got to know where you are with proper context. Galveston, if you don't know, was the Las Vegas and Atlantic City before that. Hofheinz. Yeah, he was a judge. Some might say he was racist. Some might say he lacked understanding and empathy for black folks, but he had one real good understanding in mind. He was one of the people advocating for Jack Johnson when he first got jammed up with the man law. This man was fucking so many white women. They had to go try and stop him. He was whooping niggas and he fought 100 fights. I'll keep going. You want to go Barry White? Let's go back to Barry White. Let's go full context. It's the first black man that was traveling with a full orchestra of white folks. I need you to understand something about Texas, where we from, Houston. Shout out to everybody in G-Ball, Galveston, Liberty. Y'all own this W-2 for what we winning right now, because it's been a long time coming. The era we came from, I need you to understand, if you graduated between 97 and 03, you were competing in the club against niggas with the largest athletic contracts ever to be seen. Mr. Williams over there at the Texans. Largest contract you done seen from a non-skilled player. Where was he at? Houston. That 200 M's was spent in Houston. The franchise, Steve Francis. Where was he at? Houston. Now, I had a long running beef with Steve Francis.
What was your beef with Steve Francis?
What my beef is start. First of all, we got to go back to context, understanding that it was so many bad bitches around at that time. I did not understand the full scope of what drugs would do in fame. I had not got to that point. I need you to understand that there's a dangerous mix of fame, cocaine, and money. Nigga, you ain't ready to deal with. And life. The year is 2003, coming into 04. I just started doing comedy. Maya Campbell was down here. Now, this is before everybody knew unfortunate, unsaid instances about her life that transpired. She's a beautiful woman. I thank God for her every day. But on this particular milkshake Thursday night, I was across the street at a sports bar doing comedy, and she was there, and I was killing that shit that night in particular. Shout out to Ali Siddiq. He was also on that show. Yeah. Maya Campbell was in there. I said, holy shit. That's Maya Campbell from In the House. I've been having a crush on her my whole life. We happened to walk across the street, go right into the M Bar. Shout out Steve Rogers, Lisa Rogers, DJ High C, Energizer, the DJ who was MCing that night, Kane in the building, RIP my nigga Big Tho. We walked in there, Maya Campbell was there. I'm in there early because I'm drinking. This back when Hypnotic was the drink to drink. I need you to understand something, people.
Hey, that was a time, boy.
We talking about when the word lavish buffet was available at your favorite spot. That meant if you got there early enough, they were going to feed you like a king and let you drink like a king for $12. Now, during this time, Hypnotic was great. Hulks was great. But what's also good was when they go from the $1.50s to the 75-cent. You call it, and you can get what you call a 151 and punch. I get 3 of the 151 and punches, nigga get knocked out. Or I'm getting knocked out, which I ain't been knocked out, so the record goes to somebody getting knocked out. I've been knocked down, but I ain't been knocked out. It's the difference between getting knocked down, but I got knocked up under the car, but I ain't getting knocked out. We'll come back to that story. That's Richfield Manor. Shout out to the nigga from the north side that punched on me and did that. You wasn't even the nigga I was supposed to be fighting. The nigga had a 3/4 inch leather jacket in midsummer with the tie up. You don't never fight with a nigga who wear leather off season. That nigga on drugs. He dealing with some other shit. And he took that jacket off and got out that back of that Saturn and was, goddamn it, not the nigga I was supposed to be fighting. That's back when we ain't had Instagram, when you called out a group of niggas and he was like, yeah, whole ass nigga is you. And then another nigga show up and he's like, yeah, nigga, what's up? Nah, you wasn't him. But anyway, getting back to the night in particular at the L Bar, Milkshake. I'm in there and Maya Campbell's there. And so she was like, you so funny. She talking fast in a motherfucker. I got party on me. I'm partying. You know, shout out to the triple stack Blue Dolphins that was happening during that time.
Man, what a time.
People would either end up at what is called rehab or Pink Monkey. A lot of people talking about, oh man, no niggas down there. No, it's niggas down there. It's just the niggas that's down there jigging, rolling, and having a lot of premarital, unordained sex. That's not what y'all niggas would be saying. It was what y'all talking about, rapping about now. Niggas was doing that in 03. The Minaj, we'll get back to it. Anyway, Ma Campbell, we at the bar. She don't know what the drink prices is. Whatever you want, I got it. Let's get to more of them hypnotics flowing. We drinking, we talking. Now, Steve come in after the game, starting to pack out. They didn't have a full section, but his bodyguard came over and was like, yeah, man, this Steve's section. Okay, well, I'm at the bar. The bar is right here, but there's a little corner right here. And then I'm talking to Maya. Now, he says, hey, what's up? Come over here. She was like, nigga, I'm talking. So she checked him, and she keep talking to me. And I'm like, look, we can get up out of here, because that's what we do in Houston. Once we get you 3 drinks, you need to state your claim. Want to get up out of here? What you doing after this? Want to get out of here? We can go get something to eat. We can get up out of here. Because you know what we doing. We piping these hoes up and sending them back. Y'all done got away from that. I don't know where the culture got where you niggas got to go to paying motherfucking bills and goofy ass shit. That was not happening, bro. Can we stop with this fake shit like you nigga were buying Bro, let's not do that.
That wasn't part
we
of it.
all snuck in on Astro World. We all snuck in at Fright Night. We all used our cousin season pass. We all thought the lemon chills in Astro World was too motherfucking high to be $4.75, and it's gonna be gone so fast. Come on, bro. Stop lying. Y'all niggas is lying. Like your mama ain't drop you off at the World with $20 for you and your brothers and sisters for the whole goddamn day.
Facts.
Stop lying to yourself, bro. Stop lying. Stop it. You niggas with this cap shit, stop. Anyway, so I guess Steve bodyguard was an older dude. I don't know bro name. Tall dude, gray, salt and pepper beard. So I'm trying to get up out of there. He says, hey man, you standing too close to Steve. Steve feel like, hey man, fuck Steve. Fuck you.
Nigga right
what you
there.
talking about, bro? I'm over here on this shit and I already told. So now he hot. Nigga, fuck you and Catino Mobley. Gotta say Catino Mobley. Nah, I'm 19, bro. I'm in the club. I'm trying to fuck my childhood crush. And y'all niggas is trying to knock me for my bitch and I done spent this $8. But I digress. I'm like, let's run the fuck it, run it. I'm in.
You want to run a fight with Steve or with the bodyguard?
I want to fight Steve and the bodyguard. And then my other partner was like, hey man, he ain't got to do shit. Shout out my nigga Big Sidney Gordon, Kappa, also past offensive lineman and All-American football player turned professional bodyguard and knockout artist. He was like, he can talk to her all he wants to. He ain't got to move. Make him. So now, Big Sidney talking to the bodyguard. I'm still looking at Steve. Now I'm jigging. I know I know Steve on dope. It's okay. Tempers was flared. We all wanted to fuck. We could have just been cool and be like, how much dope you got? What you got? What shit? We could have fucked, and all her friends. We wasn't there yet. You know what I'm saying? We was not tag team bros yet. For a while, I had animosity towards Steve because I still wanted my one. You know? But Steve Rogers came over and was like, Billo, just chill. Y'all go over there to by the DJ booth. We went over there by the DJ booth. Shit calmed down. I never got a chance to tell Maya until much later in life when I was married, you was going to get took down that night. I could have saved you from all that life. I would have put them babies in you and left you right here in Houston where you needed to stay. So that was that. But also, for context, Houston, the backdrop is set. There was no, she out of my league. There was no, I don't got enough money. Could you pull or could you not pull? Could you stand defending your woman at Sharpstown? A lot of niggas out here talking about what they would do. You a street nigga. Okay, I bet you won't take your girl to go get some shoes out Sharpstown. I bet you won't go in there and go get your jewelry clean in Sharpstown. I bet you won't hold hands and walk through there with her in Sharpstown or Greens Point. Shout out to the Magic Within, one of my favorite stores. I used to go out there and get my Masonic wear and my Greek wear.
Wait. You fucking around?
Yes. Yeah, hey, see? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Shout out to my good brothers at Abraham Grand Lodge, Isaac 10, now most worshipful E.M. Hunter Grand Lodge.
Wait. I'm Malik 600 EM 100 grand.
See, one of my children. So now,
this nigga here.
Zay, my traveler's card is signed by, you know, good brother Hunter. Shout out. You know what? We'll be off at this moment. We'll speak about the rest of this because we off. But I'm on, but I'm off for this conjecture. But yes, for those that's watching. See how that just happened? But started traveling. 18, I got passed and raised. So a lot of things for context on the backdrop of the city of Houston, on the backdrop of us in our journeys and voyages on what we're trying to do and who we are trying to become and what we are trying to achieve. This city has been so supportive. Where our lodge is 2411 Allen, shout out to them. Right down the street is Wolf's Pawn Shop.
Come on, bro.
Now, look, I and my dad, my father, RIP, we would go to Wolf's to go look at the new jewelry that he would have. And I had a thing because I wanted a fur Kango. I wanted a true fur Kango. And the only place you can get these authentic pieces would be to go to Wolf's. The Wolf's was also a place you could put a layaway down. My 3/4 inch length first one that I got, I had it on layaway at Wolf's. My first pinky ring, my first bracelet, my first jewelry before I could go in the mall and do the shit. Shout out to Johnny and that story. That's a whole nother part. I was going to Wolf's, bro. When I moved here in 92 from Chattanooga, Tennessee, the city opened its arms for me.
When you came to the H, what side of town y'all moved to?
So when I first got to Houston from Chattanooga, Tennessee, we started in Katy. Then we moved to Mo City. Then we went into South Park.
Wait, y'all go from Mo City to South Park? How that happen? You know, it's usually the other way around.
Divorce, nigga.
I got you. Makes sense.
Divorce. Then the car.
What role, if any, did that play on you with your parents splitting? Because how old were you at that time?
I was 10, and it's one of the things that was a necessary evil to be a part of the origin story of me being who I am. I think so many times with us as families and as parents and as people, we take pride in comforting our children away from the natural responsibility that they need to be able to learn as an adult. Your financial status, your ability to pay should not deprive your child from understanding what an earnest day's work is, what ownership is, what proper integrity is, what proper accountability is. And I think on the backdrop of seeing what my parents were doing to be two black people in the early 90s, bringing in $120,000 a year, that was setting about a circumstance that would not have been beneficial to me in the long term for me to really grow into what I needed to grow or to get the lessons that I needed to learn. I do not wish that my daughters now would have to learn the lessons I learned, how I had to learn them, with the expense that I had to pay and what it cost me. However, because I was able to understand that from a different lens, I now can understand how I'm asking us and the people that are watching, just because you can don't mean that you should. Just because you can afford it don't mean you need to do it. Just because you can get that pushback, some of that pushback that you give and some of that protection that you think is coddling this person to be dependent on you until you get out of here. Then you 70, 60, can't get a break because you still got to do for these adults, or mentally you don't get that break because you enable them to be codependent on you because you aren't ready to accept the journeys that you got to accept alone. I'll tell you what I learned from growing up in rural Tennessee, Chattanooga to Houston streets and Houston in general is that you're not going to be able to duck every punch in a fight. And sometimes there's no walking away. Sometimes you just got to stand.
Face that shit head
and
on.
you got to just deal with it. That's not real life that you gonna sit up here on this couch and act like you took no L's, because you don't learn until you take L's. There's no learning in W's. Show me the other word that starts with a W besides win. Weak, worried, wondering, wishing. Life gives you lessons through learning from your losses. All L's, bro. Niggas want to skip the L's and go straight to the dubs.
And it just don't work like that.
It don't work like that, bro. That's not real. Part of really having a championship mindset, or even being a champion in general, is about how do you recover from adversity. That's real life. I don't learn nothing if you never lost, bro. That's not real. So in essence, having so much, then not having so much, then understanding how much I had that I didn't understand was more than enough, gave me a counterbalance on understanding what appreciation is. Shout out Albert Thomas Middle School. We were talking about this earlier today. I went there. Sterling High School. I went there. Ross Shaw. Shout out Dead End. Shout out VA. Shout out Foxwood Apartments, man.
Crystal Springs, all that.
Man, Crystal Springs, bro. Hey, shout out. I don't know if I can say. Shaquille Henry. I just want to let you know, wherever you at, I fought some adults to come to walk to your house, because you was that fine. And niggas don't understand what it was like to go walk down Selinsky to get to that Boys and Girls Club. Shout out Big Games, man. Shout out Mr. Curl, man. Shout out to everybody over there at the Boys and Girls Club, man, that gave us so much. Frost Elementary that poured into my sisters. Caldwell Elementary that poured into my sisters and me. Yes, bro. I take pride in being and coming from, like, first time I ever smoked a Black and Mild, I was right there across from Frost at the store, right there at the corner on Selinsky, man. Shout out. First time I ever got hit in my chin and it buckled me. I'm in the VA because I went over there, knock on this girl door, and the nigga was like, "Hey, man, that's my gal live over there. What you doing over now? This my home." Hey, bro, it's up. Ain't but one way you gotta go to get up out of that. Ain't nobody in that guard shack. You gotta run that fight, bro. You gotta run that fade, man. Shout out Jailhouse Apartments. God damn it.
Man,
on Sunflower.
We talking about some Southside shit.
Hey, man, look. Say, man. Sine, for lack of better words, I'm not gonna say the last name Crooks, but what I'm gonna say is, man, coming over there to jailhouse, hey, bro, how much do you like somebody to go walk through jailhouse? Hey, bro,
you got you got to be in love, man.
Bro, I'm over there walking through jailhouse in an ROTC uniform at 10 o'clock at night on a Friday. Who want to smoke? I got to get to my gal crib. I got a pager, bro. I don't got no cell phone. I hope by the time I got off this, shout out to 52 Scott bus service metro. Niggas that had to do that. You niggas is out here living this life talking about Uber and pick me up and drop me off. Uber is a ghetto chariot. They take you away from places you don't want to be at. Uber, take me away from this place. You hit the button and you get the, nah, nigga, wait for that ride. Call a taxi and that hoe never come. And then that bitch do show up and it's an Iranian that don't want you to ride. Where are you going? I don't want to go over there. Give me $40 right now. And they want it right now or no. Or they call the police. Yeah. Y'all don't know about somebody brother dropping y'all off in a lag. But they ain't taking you straight where you going. They gotta go drop off
some
pack.
It's some trips.
You are an
accomplice.
Accomplice to several crimes trying to leave from your gal house. Because her brother said, no, I got him. I'm going to drop him off. Now he done showed
He got to go get some stains, though, before he...
Yeah, he got you knocking on doors at the trap. Hey, man, go knock on the door up there. What you going to say? No. I lived that life. So you wouldn't have to go through that.
So okay. Tell me this, man, because you eventually make your way to Mo City with Hightower and all that.
So Missouri City, Hightower was like an apex for me for opportunity. I'm really thankful to being able to do it. Shout out 7-Eleven Tramwood, Hunters Glen 1 and 2, everybody in the 1 and the 2, the 3 and the 4, the 5. Quail Run. Hey, man, listen. As much as I'm a Hunters Glen baby, Quail Run, thank you, Quail Run, Texas, to y'all. Shout out Sonny's. God damn it. Shout out Hunters Glen Elementary School. RIP Miss Harper, man. God damn, man. Just so many things, bro, I could tell you, but getting to be able to be there at Hightower. The year is 1998. We're on the verge of a digital breakthrough. Nonlinear editing is popping on the scene. The programs and apps that you use today, Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, were making their way in, and they were incubated inside of the iMac computers that were housed as unibody computers for editing. It gave the opportunity for prosumer editors, shout out to the tech people that's even getting what I'm talking about right now and not getting thrown off. But more specifically, that particular piece of equipment was a groundbreaking piece of equipment because Cool Edit Pro, can't say Pro Tools, Avid music software, Sony. There are so many non-linear music editing programs that came out during that time, but more importantly, Cool Edit Pro.
Cool Edit was the one, though.
Cool Edit was the really the one for you to have your first set of plugins and for people to be able to start being able to punch in and record non-linearly and being able to create burning CDs and discs. That was a tool that, much like niggas, the triple beam, hey bro, that iMac colorful computer was a key point where the first elements of Adobe Photoshop, graphics were made, pen and pixel, all the art that you saw that came out from that time contextually, more specifically to how the independent creatives in Houston were doing it. You got to think specifically even on this side where we are, there were a lot of independent mom and pop t-shirt and graphic shops. Shout out Cotton Canvas for being a backdrop for Houston. My boy Baxter over there for doing what he was able to do. And this is before you get to, the upper echelon fronts of everybody being able to say that they were doing something here. Kid Styles, like Orbit. Like we really, at that time, Houston had a backdrop of opportunity of creating and making our own. My instructor, Ted Irvin, who's now the head of communications for the city of Houston, down at City Hall, passed formerly with Fox 26. He really poured into us. And this is what is important about having black men as teachers and instructors to push and motivate you. For me to get into that program and to be accepted into that academy, they had 3 ways that you can get an academy. We had a technology academy, we had a medical academy, and we had the broadcasting academy. I came in on the broadcasting academy. Since younger parts, I was in theater. I really wanted to be on TV from a young age. I studied it. I really worked at it. In the summer times, I did plays. I did live monologues and performances. You know, I did auditions and submissions. I'm talking about 14, 15, 16. Audition for all that. I didn't make it. And I was like, all right, I know I'm good enough. What do I got to do to really work on this? Where can I get better at this? And Hightower had this broadcasting. You want to act, you want to create, you want to do this. That's what they did. And coming to that school and getting there, I was able to land a job working at BET in 1997. I can send you the check stubs. It's all good. 1997, 1998, I worked on a show called Teen Summit. Teen Summit was one of the first television platforms that
allowed a voice for
allowed us to have a voice, which later turned to 106 in Park. They spun away from just Teen Summit because they wanted to open it up to a broader context outside of just adolescence. And in their formative first years, I was able to work for 106 in Park as a high school senior. Content contributor. I would do news packages, story surveys, and stuff like that for Teen Summit and 106.
Are you going out there in the summertime and doing this, or what you?
No. So what was dope about it was our studio had an ISDN line and a feed, so I could go live in the studio at the school. I also could send our beta tapes and beta SPs out. And this is like, yo, bro, I'm all into this. Learned how to direct music videos. I got a chance to work at Bill Young Productions, which is a Houston-based production company. But they were doing a lot of some of these first local artists' videos. And being able to be there with, you know, John Tucker, aka Dr. Teeth, shout out to the TSU community, Cliff McBean, Keelan Farouk, who's now at Exotic Pop, Marcus D. Wiley, you know him as a comedian, but you guys don't realize, shout out Lil Jon, those brothers went from TSU and went and took over BET.
Oh, they've told the story on it. Marcus has told the story of how they were all together and all that.
So,
like the episode, it's a Rap City episode where Bun is hosting, but it's a Rap City. All that shit was.
So Cedar's World, Hits from the Street, and Rap City with Joe Cleasy. Shout out my frat brother. Shout out to the Newts, Joe Claire. But we go back to that part of music, and this again, I know y'all like, man, where is this nigga going with what he's saying? I'm ultimately gonna keep telling you, Houston is the backdrop that shapes the vision of what we understand in the world. It was not niggas from New York. It was not niggas from LA. It was niggas that you didn't know from Houston that pivotally shape what you know about it. Shout out Stephen Hill. This time where, you know, Bob Johnson was first then selling the company, Deborah Lee was not all the way in that position.
But that
transition was happening. He was acquired the Bobcats. He partnered with Jordan. So he's like, hey man, I got money I want to pump to really make what we're doing stand out. We have not been acquired by Viacom yet. So BET is running with independent dollars. So they went and got the best independent creators. Now you see Dr. T from the videos that set the tone for what we were able to see in 03, 06 era of time. And why that is again, our nightlife culture and who we are as people was what was interesting enough, engaging enough to captivate people from both coasts and up top to come here during the All-Star and Super Bowl to be like, are them Houston boys doing something? Them boys doing something. But that tone had already been set. So as a freshman coming into college, I was able to acquire a internship with World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. My slate was to be a news person. I was supposed to stay in basic broadcast news. Look at me. Aren't I supposed to wake your mama and grandma up and tell you, today's going to be a great day here in the city?
This was crazy because you went to TSU.
For sure.
Communications.
At that point in time, when I first came in, I was one of the first recipients of the Tavis Smiley Endowment Scholarship Fund. Shout out to George Foreman, who put a lot of money into the TSU communication department. He spent a lot of money with that. But my internship with World News Tonight with Peter Jennings, I'm going back and forth to New York in 2000. 2001 September, what happened? September 11th. My internship, and if there was anything that I was ever scared about, it was returning to go back and finish out my internship. And to do that throughout the course of that year when things were in a disarray. Spending that whole summer coming back from New York to Houston, and I've been doing open mics, doing comedy, doing these things, starting and working. I was terrified, bro. So, like, when you see that contextual background of what we have with what was going on at that time, like, Hightower was a big part of it because you got Black people with $1 million homes, people that are well-to-do, living in Sweetwater, living in Lake Olympia. Sienna Plantation had just been...
Teal Run hadn't gotten crazy yet.
Teal Run hadn't gotten crazy because you got to think those houses had just been passed. Mm-hmm. They were built from the ground up. Black people built those homes, erected and constructed them, took their money and equity and money and put it into that area and built that. So Arcola was still not fully formed out. Fresno wasn't formed out. There was no Iowa colony. That Manville was unheard of, and it was just Pearland over there. So, like, what we know now is a center space for what we know for Black Houston or Black professionals or well-off-to-do people in Houston. People were still in Katy, Cypress, Humble Kingwood, and working their way to be able to bring that next generation up to come back and take those jobs and have that opportunity. So, like, Hightower really set that between, we were the godchild between Elkins, Dulles, and Willow Ridge. It was Hightower. Mm-hmm. Our basketball program was phenomenal. Shout out to
my boy Big Ced Fears, man.
Hey, man, Cedric. So this is what's funny. So I came from
BD, all them boys was over there.
Now look, I'm gonna take a second to give y'all a life story on BD. My father ended up marrying Robert Reed's ex-wife, who was with the Houston Rockets. And I don't never talk about this and how we got here. You know, their father just passed away. I haven't really spoken to him since my father passed away. And it's tough. But nonetheless.
Your dad marries Robert Reed's ex-wife when, how old are you at this time? You grown
17.
Or you still a kid?
So 17.
So getting out of high school, on the way out of high school type.
Now we like beginning of my junior year. So like basketball and football was everything for us. My stepbrother goes to Clements and he's telling me like, yo, this nigga over here, can't nobody stop. Now, 9th and 10th grade, I'm be honest with you. Before there was a TJ Ford outbreak, there was a menace that was tearing up basketball streets. God rest his soul. His name is Damon Woodson. I need y'all to understand what Damon was doing. Look him up. Damon was smoking 4 blunts going to the goddamn game, tearing niggas' ass up, and he might have drunk a beer. Putting up 25 to 30 points on people that was going to the pros. Before there was all these glorified AA, there was only the Adidas Summer League team that they had out in that way, and D. Woodson was giving niggas problems. We went over and played Yates in an unofficial game over there behind U of H when they had the outside towers courts, and we met up after church one day. This is what happened, nigga. Shout out Coach Wise, who you know, state champ, great coach. He was my basketball coach in high school, and he was like, "Look, nigga, the whole world gonna know about the tower. The whole world watching us." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, you kind of gassing." Nah, we went to church, and he was like, "Y'all put y'all shoes on." I said, "What you mean? We at church. Go in your bag." This one you used to go travel with your gym bag or hooping shorts under everything.
Under shorts under your shit, yeah.
We left out of Wheeler Avenue, 12 o'clock service at 2:05. He said, "I can't be out there with y'all because then it would be a official practice or workout. So y'all go out there, but them Yates niggas out there waiting on y'all. They been talking shit since church, so serve them niggas."
They been talking shit since church.
Is out there. Shout out Rusty and Dusty for being there. And we played these niggas in an unofficial pickup game after church just so niggas could go on KCOH and talk about what the prospectus was. Shout out here, man. You know, that was a time that I admired. I didn't think we was gonna get this far into Houston history and culture and so much stuff, but like all of that stuff, to see Larry Evans, BD, he at Clements with my stepbrother, this nigga's dominant.
Bro, BD
If
was
you
a boy,
hear about,
say, bro.
look at the record for the Woodridge team. Daniel Ewan, TJ, y'all know y'all 40-1. Who was the one? Larry Evans, BD, serving niggas. So BD ends up coming over to Hightower with us. And that's when I knew I wasn't going to be on the basketball team anymore.
Nah, that boy BD could ball something, bro.
Man, you know, Sid standing, you know, 6'8".
Sid was just huge. Like, we kids.
Sid, hey, so Sid, look, Randy Moss was out. And Sid and Frank Salter was the two tallest niggas. Now, Frank ended up being dope. He played opposite me on the other side at wide receiver. But Sid was playing because he was a year younger than me. And I was like, Sid, just go to basketball. You know what I'm saying? And Sid is out there, and he just wide open. They throwing him at tight end out there. You know, you 6'8". Nigga, you talking about LeBron size in high school, dominant. And these guys during this time were just fierce. Our athletics in men's sports, women's sports, all the girls, Crystal, Obi, Kirby, Thomas, man, Rebecca.
Crystal Obi. You say Crystal Obi?
Bro.
That's my man. Come on, man. I've been knowing Crystal since. Shout
out. See, this Texas to Tennessee connect. My mom, Mr. Man, damn, R.I.P. Mr. Thomas, man. Kirby and Earl's father, my mom and my dad and their mom all went to Tennessee State and played sports. My grandfather played at Tennessee State. So shout out to the Tiger Girls track team, Big Blue, Aristocrat brand, the other TSU. And so, like, you getting the best of the best, the cream of the crop at a certain place, all being cultivated in the same area, man. And like, first introduced to Roll, Zero, and Trae, Dougie D, the whole Gorilla Mob.
Gorilla Mob. See, people don't be understanding when I be telling people, like, bruh, what Gorilla Mob mean to, like, our generation, people don't understand this shit. Like, a lot of motherfuckers became fans of them later, bro, but Gorilla Mob? Say, fam?
Shout out to ladies of Fermata, LFT. Shout out to Fermata. Man, so I'm at Hightower. Now, they like, we don't have any men's step team or fraternity organization. And they were talking about gents. I was like, nah, I've been in Kappa League. I'm not, that's cool. We got people that's in Jack and Jill. We doing that, that's cool. But that really wasn't my thing. I ended up getting involved with, shout out my boy Energizer. He was over with them, Mongo, Adrian Pujo. Shout out everybody at the Ridge.
What was them boys, we finna get into it, but what was the Ridge over there? They had their thing going.
So at the Ridge, it was Fermata.
Fermata, yes.
It was Gents.
Yeah.
And it was Esquires.
Esquires,
ESQ.
Yes.
And so Fermata and the Esquires were really close coming up through the, you know, latter part. Mr. Thornton over there, the band director at Willow Ridge, was like a major piece for shaping culture and tone. Just a great guy for us, for the backdrop of, you talking about, again, black men who are coming back, pouring into them and making great opportunities, which that feeder pattern, you talk about PVTSU, that band there at the Ridge, then going into either Prairie View or the TSU as a constant feeder pattern. Booker T band, like Madison band, Sterling band, like Word. Come on, bro. Like, in that time and in that space through those years, you talking about a sound and tone that people now looking at. When you see Beyonce go on stage and do this shit,
all that shit come from
this. It's right here, bro. It's right here. Everything is right here. So, man, you know, that was where our real rites of passage and what we learned. And we also had great churches during this time. Windsor Village.
We was just in here talking. Windsor Village, Brentwood, New Faith, Wheeler Avenue. Like, bruh, the youth department was so strong. If it wasn't
for New Faith Gym, when I was living at 4623 Brownstone, I would have gotten into more trouble. If it wasn't for, you know, Pastor Radcliffe giving so much opportunity to the people, regardless of what anybody say, that brother put a lot into the community. Shout out Pastor Caldwell. He just coming home from prison. Like, contextually of what we talking about, this man, as a black pastor from Houston, was the advisor to the president, spiritual advisor, national council.
Built the whole neighborhood. But Caldwell did a lot of great things, bro. Regardless of whatever, you know what I'm saying?
It's unfortunate. So like again, I wish we had more time. But when we set in the tone of context, bro, like Houston is something that is a community that I stand behind and I'm proud of, and really helped shape me understanding how to compete with the world. And that was my background, you know. Ali Siddiq, I never take nothing away from anything that I've ever done. It's been with the support of this brother from the start. Fuss, fight, argue, whatever. That's been my dog. And it's not a blind allegiance. That mentorship, that tutelage.
How early do you meet Ali?
19.
So when you get into comedy, you bumping shoulders with Ali.
So my first time in Houston doing comedy, I done some open mics. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go up here. I tell Ali this. Now I've watched Ali. My father was taking me to Just Joking Comedy Club since I was 17.
So back then you had the bug of, man, I'm finna do this.
Well, yeah, so they didn't have a stand-up part in one act UIL competition. They had comedic monologue. They did not have stand-up formed as that. I will advocate for that going forward, because I feel like stand-up comedy is a centerpiece for intellectual writing and expression. And I think it's something that's very valuable and valiant to understanding the voice and tone of the people and culture at a certain age. I did comedic monologue. Mr. Pre at Sterling told me, you should just go watch stand-up, because I think that will help you get it. My dad was taking me to Just Joking. I'm 17. They let me in. I'm in there. Terry Grossman, Dave Lawson, Ali is in and out of there. Rodney Bickham is there. He was more at the hip hop more than he Comedy Stop. Rushion McDonald. Those two places, the Just Joking and Hip Hop Comedy Stop, were where I understood from a very early age, like, okay, this is what it is to be a comedian. This is what it means to write a set and a joke and tone. And so to see Ali in passing, also my Masonic brother, who people don't know that from Abraham.
See, I didn't know that.
Isaac 10, shout out I-10, Isaac 10 Lot, man, that so many important people in the city of Houston. My cable toe, Derek McKinney.
Oh, that's my boy. That's my boy. That's your CT?
Yes, that is my CT. Me, Energizer, Derek McKinney.
No shit.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, it's deeper than what people understand. Them ties be tied in. So when I went to Ali and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go up, like, we at the Roxy. Shout out Harvey Harper, RIP Harvey Harper, Jared Harper, from my chapter, Beta Upsilon, two of my good brothers. I hate to see that y'all are gone. But MC Quay, DJ High C, Ali, we at the Roxy. Lavish buffet, 75-cent drinks, Wednesday night. Let's go in here, let's tell some jokes in front of the fish tank. We in there, I go up, and here's the unfortunate part. Ali didn't know that I had been working on my shit for a while. So when I went up like, oh, I'm just starting, I crush. Easy crush. Ah, man, you was in there. So he tells me, he said, come to the office tomorrow. Let's talk. We go to the key player's office. Now here go history. 6400 Richmond.
I done been over, yeah.
Across the street from that, in the same parking lot, there is Paperboy Magazine or Orbit. Key player's office right there. T-Fair, everybody's right there in that office building right next to T-Town. I go in the key player's office 9 o'clock in the morning, and Ali, come in, tell me a joke. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, bro. Ain't nothing funny that early in the morning. Not funny. Go back out, do it again. And he started really just pushing me from that point. And like that really set the backdrop. I'm in my first year of college. I've decided they gave me a full ride plus the money that I already had to go to TSU. Tavis Smiley, I'm with the independent shit. I'm with the black shit. Let's go do it. Let's go create. Shout out Dr. Ward, our communication department.
Dr. Ward, man, hold up, man. Shout out Dr. Ward, man.
Man, when I keep saying these names and these people in this time, Priscilla Slade,
yeah.
Alzo Slade, shout out to the Slade family, bro.
The yard used to be so live when Priscilla Slade was over there, bro.
There was a lot that occurred at that time that was really setting a tone again and setting up for something that I just didn't understand fully, you know. But I was just lucky enough to be around to see these things start to unfold truly. And I met my first manager there, Kevin Reed, RIP. We lost him. Another good brother in the light. But to be around Hasi, Quay, Ali, these are all people who are TSU alum. And then Marcus Wiley is my communications professor for speech communications. And then on the weekends, we got to go perform together. It taught me a lot about understanding my place, understanding what it meant to be able to be a colleague, and as well as being able to build from that age and the responsibility and the trust that they gave me. I never wanted to lose their trust that I couldn't deliver when it was time. And I meticulously worked on my craft. They started, Ali started Hyenas, which later became the Candy Lady, which was our generation's time first black comedy club outside of hip hop comedy shop and Just Joking. And right there on the Alameda block where everybody was lined up to go see everybody at Turkey Leg Hut, the block was being built and formed during that time. The Farouk family, shout out to everybody in Mox 45. Hey, in that strip, you had the Reggae Hut, Marcus Davis, another good brother, Kappa Beta Upsilon, but a brilliant business person from the Breakfast Club.
That's my guy. Shout out Marcus.
And he had taken over and started really building out with J Nap and Papa Dot next door in the Reggae Bodega, the Reggae Hut. Next to that is the Candy Lady. Next to that, we have, the rest of the strip. This is what everybody would later know that Alameda Strip, this when 5015 was a Pilgrim's Cleaners. Like there wasn't nothing on that street right then, but the Pilgrim's Cleaner.
The strip was the thing on that.
The strip was the piece. You know what I'm saying? And Lee Nails on the corner where you go drop your girl out for $30 and she get her nails and her feet done if it was a good day or not. Spanish Village Mexican restaurant. That's all that was there. The dope part about it is, that's what makes Steve Rogers and his investors and his team so smart. They know how to go grab pieces of Houston culture and put it in a time capsule.
Give it a whole new life. Yeah.
This is back when me and Lynn from Turkey Leg Hut, Lynn wanted to be a Kappa, and he hadn't made it yet. I got in before Lynn, and Lynn family, Jehovah Witness, man, and to watch and see him growing up there from Third Ward. Lynn, I love Lynn to death. I hate to see where my brother is. Now I'm a roast your ass because you in there. So nigga, don't. Let's get to that. Turkey Leg Hut slug, take one. Hey! A lot of people spent Lynn's money. A lot of people was there getting drinks bought. Lynn throwing money on you, spending, supporting you and all that. Where you at now? Y'all didn't go to the court. I didn't go to court because I knew the nigga wasn't going to win. It wasn't because I didn't look.
Come on, dog.
Hey, man, it's the feds, bro.
Come on,
This is the second time you in there, nigga. Just come on now. They got an 80% conviction rate, 90%. And
the crazy part is the fucking case still going on.
Allegedly,
man. He lost shit.
Yeah, allegedly. This key word is allegedly. I don't even, man, it's fucked up you said this. Like what I'm saying gonna turn the tides of this fucking situation. You niggas ain't never really been through no legal battles. Shout out to the Sorrells family, 1938. Sorrells versus the United States. A landmark case in which my great-great uncle took on the federal government on a illegal distribution and manufacturing of a prohibited substance, which at that time was alcohol. He was making hooch, half white, mulatto, and black. One of his supposed war buddies, he didn't remember if the nigga was in the war with him or not, asked him to make some more liquor that he had and hooch. He said, I don't do that no more. Like niggas do when you out the game. Hey, bro, I don't do that. I'm out of that. I don't do that no more. That was a different time. Asked him 3 separate occasions. On the third time, what do you do? Well, I got a little something you can have. I got my stash. He gives it to him. He gets arrested for prohibition. You can Google this. Sorrells versus the United States, 1938, landmark case, and where we get the terminology entrapment, where you have to identify yourself as a law enforcement officer or a person working under the coercion or the participation of a larger governing body of enforcement. In which I pivot back to the thing of, you gonna blow the whole goddamn patio up, Lynn? Come on now. The whole patio? Come on now, nigga. Hey, now I know you mad, but goddamn, the whole goddamn patio up. It's like that scene in Dead Presidents. You gonna blow the whole motherfucking truck up? You gonna blow the shit up. Now we can't go out there. We just got this turned into from a Pilgrim's Cleaners into 50-15 and then blew the goddamn patio up during COVID. Oh, then, you see the nigga on goddamn Instagram pouring lighter fluid on oysters. The nigga gotta be stopped. We gotta stop the nigga when he did that. When that nigga started pouring a lighter fluid on oysters, hey, get that nigga out of there. That's what got him locked up. Them niggas like, hey, you can't do that. That nigga was pouring lighter fluid on every goddamn thing.
Oh,
whole
shit.
shell charcoal. He just throwing Parmesan and spinach and stuffing and Hennessy sauce. I said, this nigga don't give a fuck about franchise fees. Can't fire no nigga for some shit he started.
Oh, my God.
Y'all crazy talking about y'all gonna think.
Dog.
Shout out Slim. Slim, I love you. I'm happy for you, whatever you doing. Lynn, don't take that personally. I knew y'all equal amount of time. Just not do that.
My nigga Billo. Dog, okay. What was when you got into the comedy, what was the first thing that really popped off with the traction? Was it the black girls be like that whole thing?
No.
What did you have before that?
First thing that popped off, I gotta give it to the city of Houston again. Acting Up, DVD, volume 1, 2, and 3. Shout out Langston, Mobang Carrier, Big Doc Jeezy. Shout out K Reno. Shout out, man, my nigga 50, the real 50.
Big 50.
You know, hey.
You talking about Big 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, Doc. Houston, it was his own people, bro. You gotta come here and get some tickets. 50 was pushing my shit.
50 of them tickets.
Pimp Game Shane. Hey, man. Devin the Dude, the Coffee Brothers. So, Bang and I were working at Papacitos.
Mobang. Shout out my nigga Mobang.
We were working at Papacitos, waiting tables. Bang had just got a digital camera, and I was the nerd nigga from TSU working in there, and he was like, Bill, I got this camera you can pull up. He had just got this MacBook Pro laptop that had editing on there. And so Bang, being the trap nigga that he is, this nigga had 100 videos lined up. 100 $200 videos. 100 of them. And he shot them. And he put them on DVDs and burned them. And then he went from burning the DVDs to getting DVD towers. And he was like, Bill, you with this comedy shit, put the shit on DVD. We can distribute this shit, get you a barcode, and get it out there.
Bet.
So what Bang did was he put my comedy, stand-up, all my sketches that I was doing, which before this pre-Chappelle show, this is just me doing sketch comedy with me, Blame the Comic. Energizer was a third person in there, our other comedy compadre. People don't know when I was going to go do open mic for the first time in Houston, Energizer was doing comedy, but that's a whole nother story that we'll get to later. But we got this, but then he started getting cool with, with shout out K Reno, SPC, South Park Coalition. That really gave the ammunition for them to get their videos out, but they needed something to put it in. So we made our own version of Rap City or Hits from the Street, put it all on DVD and mass putting it out. Now we got 5,000 to 10,000 videos. Now people are starting to buy the DVDs, make copies, and slang them as slanging because people don't know about the DVD culture that we had.
Oh, the DVD game out here was so
DVD CD game was crazy. So what happened? Everybody got pop trunk. They want to be in their car watching some crazy, ignorant, funny shit. The streets really supported me. They bought these out the trunk. And I'm next to Slim, Paul, but everybody.
As they becoming who they becoming. Yeah.
And they already there.
Yeah.
Fuck you, TV Johnny Dang.
Fuck you. What's your
No. Fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you. I know you do. Fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you, Johnny. Fuck you. You left me in there with Suge Knight that night. Bitch, try to let me get killed with the Palms Casino at a Diddy party. Niggas talking about, wait,
you done been to Diddy party?
Hold on. We gonna stop this goddamn lying shit that's going on out here. Lying ass niggas. Y'all some motherfucking liars. If you went to the motherfucking All-Star Super Bowl award show weekend in any city, P. Diddy had a party, bitch, and you went. Because that's who was doing it.
That was a party to be at. I mean,
so let's stop. See how you remember? Yeah. Let's not get selective amnesia about what was going on. He hosted Hennessy, Remy, Hypnotic, all them parties until he got his Ciroc deal. Then it became a Ciroc thing. Shout out to all the niggas that was Ciroc boys running around here. Lying ass niggas. Y'all niggas full of shit. It's one thing to go to a Diddy party versus partying with Diddy. That's two different things. We been to the Diddy party. We at Max's. We at motherfucking International Ballroom. We downtown at the, what was that they had, the other Diddy party that Crown Royal sponsored with the Bad Boys of Comedy. Was that Post Oak Hotel on Main? You lying ass niggas. Lying. Hotel Derek, lying ass niggas. That nigga Diddy had many freak-offs in Hotel Derek. That's why they had to tear it down. We need to get rid of this. There's some shit went on up here we don't need to talk about.
So, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot coming at you fast. I told you this was gonna be one of them ones. I hope you got tape over there. Like, we ain't done. Let's you want to hear it?
Nah, we just get started with this bullshit. So you and Bang y'all do that, but then what's the stuff that gets you out the city though? Because this is my thing. When I think about Billy Sorrells, I always think about, man, this is a brother that I saw grinding, but he said fuck it and went with his move and got out of here.
So that was the first part that me and Ali fell out about. That was the first time that we really was on.
He wanted you to stay down.
Yeah. I now argue with myself, should I? It's hard when you think about things in proper context, what we were really doing. The need for validation is so fucking deadly because validation will make you feel as though what you're doing or what you are trying to achieve or accomplish isn't good enough because certain people aren't talking about it, recognizing it, or utilizing it as a platform for what they're doing. But what we don't understand is how important our voice is, unfiltered as it may be. I argue that. I still say the importance and what was going on at the time, things had to go the way that they went. I first left to go to LA in 2008. Affion was having his show In the Flow with Affion Crockett. Fox was producing it. They had auditions. I went out there. I was able, and at that time, audition process was 1 to 8 months. It wasn't like today we see you, we'll see you next week, we'll see you the week after that, then we're done. It was a vetting process when people really scoured and scouted for talent in all aspects, not just comedy, but in the theater. Written reviews were very heavy and predatory towards how people chose how they spent their money. Our culture is a upper echelon culture: food, arts, entertainment, technology, commerce. Houston provides that. Utilizing that backdrop of what Houston gave me, I was able to speak to the world from here. And then when I went to where they said the world was really happening at in Los Angeles, I wasn't off a beat. In fact, I'm on time and a couple steps ahead because what was real street, real life here, they were just discovering that in Hollywood. And I'm not talking about south of the 10. Shout out to people in real South Central Los Angeles. I'm talking about in what Hollywood glamorized as the thing. There was that time, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, all of that is in the golden years of really shaping it. So for me to go out there in 08, 09, I audition, I don't get on that show, then I go back home, I tool up. Now I'm already a part of the Black Creators Group, which is a big centralized part based off of the Howard University Communications Department. Here's where Black well-to-do, so-called boule, so-called whatever these next set of conspiracy theories they have for people who could afford to put their children in better situations.
But that boy Ali call them upper crust.
Upper crust people were still chiseling away and shaping the industry from the outside in and the inside out. Howard School of C, a revered program. Mr. Combs went there. And I'll say Mr. Combs, and I don't miss that. I'll get to that in a minute. But my first manager, Kevin Reed, he ended up leaving special events at Texas Southern University. He began getting recruited by Howard to go be over their homecoming planning committee and events planning committee. And he was a liaison between their communications department and the outside world, because the outside world wanted to know what Howard was doing. DC is a mecca because people are starting to come with the boom of how BET is done with Mr. Johnson, a black man, and it's worth this much. And then they make this incredible deal with Viacom to sell it. And now what this black man's dream was, what video sold Donnie Simpson, what we pushed off as like, yeah, it's just some black shit, it's now worth a B. It's worth a B, my nigga. It pushes him and catapults him into another level of ownership with the. It pushes him in partnership with Jordan. It pushes Jordan to go with the. Like, you got to understand, all these moves were on the heels of what we seeing at that point. 2010, Fox signs his deal with Sirius Satellite Radio, Mark Maron, some of the early creators, Joe Rogan. In the true essence of what podcasting was, there was this big thing. South by Southwest began to be a landscape for technology, business, and culture in Texas in a bohemian space to be able to be cultivated in the film festival aspect for us to compete. You started seeing us go down there. People started going there as these expense vacations from New York, from Los Angeles. Where can I go that's inside? Because I can't go internationally no more to these festivals. It's not safe. Internationally, Americans getting beheaded, people dying. Where can we go? We can't go to cons. We can't go here. We can't do that. We'll go South by Southwest. So I was able to showcase South by Southwest early on. My manager set me up with some showcase spots. We did that on 6th Street. Shout out to the Iota Delta Nukes, University of Texas. They have been Capital City Nukes have been very strong in helping build a backdrop. Corey Holcomb was able to repeatedly go work when the University of Texas was not booking black acts to go perform. They weren't doing it. Black organizations like Kappa Alpha Psi were booking and putting on these programs. Shout out Texas A&M for Greek Olympiad, Greek culture, the Greek weekend, Atlanta Greek picnic. Hey man, Greek Olympiad. Greek Olympiad for the new Alpha Kappas. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to shun the Alphas. I got much of a support for y'all, but have a seat. It's not your time. So with them doing Greek Olympiad, Baylor having their step show, these, the Battle of the Sands, these things culturally became meccas for Florida A&M, Hampton University. Shout out my dog, Rob Gordon, out there at Hampton. Shout out Jay Murphy at Howard University. Shout out all of my brothers at Grand Pie at Morehouse. Shout out my dog. Hey man, look. If I sat here and tried to explain to you every person that has come from our community, that has gone to another place and shaped how people think, and then how they go home and represent themselves and how they think, we'd be here all day. My nigga David Thomas, shout out to him right here from the city of Houston, Sterling High School, HSPVA. Come on, bro. Went to the house. I was dating a girl at Spelman, went down there. She was fucking a nigga at Clark that was from Bankhead. I had to go stay with Dave for 2 days because I'm out of my element, bro. Like, this is, like, Houston really is about that. Texas really is about that culture. So in this time, Sirius signs this deal with Jamie Foxx. on the eaves of all of this.
When you doing Foxhole Radio and all that. Yeah.
Now Foxhole Radio is, because they want to get into, well, let's get into more of a raw space and candid conversations. People that they put on for the first set, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Also, for those of you who like concepts, Zoe Williams is a brilliant guy who just so happens to be born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, who happens to be a light-skinned nigga with green eyes, and who just so happens to be the nigga that nine-pieced Aries Spears on Corey Hogan podcast and gave him them hands. So when you go back to early days of the 5150 show, shout out Guy Black, who was and is a legend in radio space. He was the on-air personality for the morning show, the Guy Black Morning Show in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shout out WJTT Power 94, Keith Landecker. Now, here's where you get an odd space of Forrest Gump history. Young Billy Sorrells in the 4th grade has these ideas about performing and doing stuff, but who is the person that helps me see that this can be a thing? An 8th grade student by the name of Usher Raymond. My father taught Usher Raymond at Dalewood Middle School. Shout out to Hamilton County. Shout out everybody over there. Dalewood Devils. Shout out Brainerd Panthers. Usher was still living in Chattanooga. He was a part of a group called The New Beginning. Shout out Anthony Bird, original member of that group. And Usher was that guy. Now, the nigga was in special ed. That's not Usher, you wasn't reading good out loud. And that's okay, nigga. That's not why we here. We not trying to do that. Miss Raymond, Miss P, we just acknowledged you in Chattanooga for the BEC for all your accomplishment. I'm not shitting on your son. This is just jokes and messing with him. But he know them reading scores, and they was putting his ass out of the nigga was bad because he was cute. The girls liked him, and he could sing. And so I have a piece of furniture in my house. I have a finished piano that Usher did in his 8th grade year by hand and refinished and would be on and play and sing. So I watched Usher crush talent shows, be great, and my dad championed for him. Here's the last part where niggas gonna be like, wait, how far back this go? There's a guy that was from Chattanooga, Tennessee that later made a big presence in the movie Pulp Fiction. His name is Samuel Jackson. My grandfather was the assistant principal at Riverside High School and Howard High School, the 2 high schools that Mr. Jackson went to. He was his assistant principal and gym coach. Also taught him math and athletics. So to see these guys touch my family, to see success beaconing and happening in different times. I remember in the 80s was Sam in that new movie with Spike Lee. Sam in that movie, oh man, he out now. He just did one with Tarantino. Usher, 98, we watching him take flight. He from Chat moved to Atlanta, starts blowing up. But I'm watching the backdrop of how people in the city of Houston their hands is everywhere. I'm in school when Beyonce at Welch, my nigga. Come on, bro. Let's start with the plan, G. Like I'm in the city when everybody wasn't a Beyonce fan and was giving her a hard time.
They used to shit on Destiny.
Shitted on Destiny Child. They performed at Fright Fest. They performed at they was doing side shows at the rodeo. They was doing all this. House of Derek, y'all wasn't ready to give her that. And she took that and did that. I'm talking about when Solange rented out the whole motherfucking Houston Museum for Fine Arts, my nigga, on a private birthday party and had Drake, Lil Wayne, Lupe Fiasco all perform. Jay and them in there. Nigga, I'm in there with Energizer carrying crates, walk in and Jay, these niggas in here drink. It's this really happening, bro. So I'm saying it to say, bro, like we been them niggas. We get sold on, hey,
on
bro.
the outside when it's like, nah, bro, it's happening right here. Yeah.
With that big breakout happened, School of C, Howard University, Lena Waithe, I would hang out with their communications meetup. Now, what they would do is their alumni would
Lena, the writer.
Correct. So Lena Waithe, this is the part that I admire about them, that whatever the boule upper crust really understood, they understood the ideology of community and communing and what building a community really meant. It meant, all right, we're going to meet. We're gonna come here, we're gonna have some drinks, we're gonna smoke, we're gonna talk, we're gonna eat some food, we're gonna catch up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sit in this room and figure out how the fuck we can help each other. So they would meet up every month, and they still do it in Los Angeles. All of the alum, no matter how old, you meet up once a month for their meetup. They got an independent network and email list, and they would do that. My manager was working at Howard. He was like, you should be going to these meetups. Now, I'm in Howard all the time because, shit, I got a free weekend. I'm going to go out there with my manager. I'm going to go work the circuit in D.C., Silver Springs, Baltimore. That's how I got the backdrop to work Philly and New York from that space. I was like, cool, I'm going to just go work for 3 months. I'm going to be out here with you, bum your couch, fuck with some hoes, and really go out here and hang out at Howard and be on campus. I'm just getting out of school. I'm still doing this and worked it from this place. I developed that relationship. Lena and I end up doing the sketch Shit Black Girls Say. I had never done my female character in drag, as people would say, or fully brought out. And she was like, Billy, look, I know you want to be this pretty boy, tough ass nigga. She's like, but nobody give a fuck about that. Niggas want to laugh. People want to laugh. The industry wants to just see, can they laugh with you? I think you could kill this shit. It's about to be a trend. They got shit girls say, do shit black girls say. I'm like, you already do this character, Peaches. Do this shit, just do it. Stop thinking about it and do it. She was like, nigga, with no deal, and this how you gotta watch out for girls, persuading you. Nigga, this your Jamie Foxx moment. Nigga, you want to do it or not? What you gonna do? Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right, I do it. So nigga, I'm on.
That shit took off, bro.
I'm on Alameda on the block, bro. I'm right there at J-Nat Papa Doc. I gotta walk out. I got dressed on the block next to the reggae boat, like next to the reggae hut. Nigga, I'm dressed up like a girl. And I gotta go out on the curb and shoot the parts of the sketch outside. I'm like, I can't go out there. As soon as I walk outside, I walk out, J-Nat, hey, Billy, that's you? Nah, bro. Nah, bro. So now walking down, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm about to shoot this thing. He's like, nah, bro. Nigga, hey, bro, you about to be a father now, nigga. The community needs you. I'm like, bro, I'm about to do, this is a sketch. Or not, this not real. Nah, bro, you got the shoes and the shit. Hey, man. Hey, bro, we're about to fight. 'Cause he ain't going. He like, bro, you around us, nigga. No. I'm like, nah, man, it's not real. But take the shit off then, nigga. So now I took my shoes off. Now I'm standing here with some heels in my hand. Now Papa Doc brought them like, man, so that's what you want to do? Lee, they didn't call Lee your boy up here on some drag shit. What? Nigga on some 2-1-4 shit, nigga. Come up here. Lee pull up. All this while the camera niggas setting up. Shout out to the men behind the camera that take too long to set shit up. Niggas that sit in uncomfortable situations. Dangerous environments. So we shoot the scenes for that, the pickups, McGregor Park.
Let's
put the video up. Too. We talking about 2 days later, I'm 4.5 million real views on my YouTube channel. I got emails from New York Daily News, New York Times, Washington Post, MTV, BET, Comedy Central have all emailed me and set up general meetings. And I got a message from Fox's team. It's like, yo, nigga, what's up? We need to get you your own shit. I go out, take the meeting. Shout out Got Black, Marcus King. I end up signing a actual tenured management deal. My actual personal manager was like, look, Marcus King is going to manage you on the Hollywood side. I'm going to do your day-to-day shit. I met a young lady by the name of Tamara Goins who was working with nonprofits. Shout out Gary Owen. I'll never take nothing away from Gary Owen. We worked on a charity event with Tamara Goins, Summer Galvez in Dallas. Shout out to Dallas Cowboys and all of their actual fundraising capacities and nonprofit organizations and the people that support them, because that was one of my first other professional set of gigs that was actually able to give me some real money. I did the first gig with Tamara, and then she was like, here's $2,500. I'm like, oh, but you just gave me $2,500. She was like, yeah, these motherfuckers rich. The foundation gonna pay you. And then here go 3 more. And she just kept the motherfuckers coming. I used that money mixed with the money I was making from YouTube because my monetization was going through the roof. I don't like Elon Musk, but the nigga was over PayPal. And, you know, Peter Thiel and all of the people that were players involved at that time. And that was a thing. Spoken Reasons was developing in the forefront. And a young lady by the name of Issa Rae, who was with Dormtainment, in addition to them, we're out in LA doing Headwaves. We did our Creators Caucus. We did that. We spoke for Comic-Con in San Diego. We started speaking to Black creators, inspiring them to create and do their own. At this time, I meet Brian Robbins, who's over Awesomeness TV, and Russell Simmons. And Russell's like, nigga, you gotta come out here. Billy, you gotta come to New York. Where you at? I'm like, I'm in LA, I'm working 5. Okay, cool. You in LA? I'm gonna be out there next week. Come to LA. So we meet me in LA. So I meet up with him. And that was when the time when a nigga call you and tell me meet you next week. And you gonna meet. I sit down with him and
so
Brian.
Russell Simmons always came off like a real nigga to me. Like, just
let me tell you something. It's a lot of ball players that played ball from the years 2009 to 2016 when that nigga was fucking all they bitches. Let's not talk about this saying, nah, nigga. Russell
I know he was knocking them down. Yeah.
Knocking them down, sitting Indian style, and not eating meat and oregano oil. He the first person that got me on my regimen for just really trying to preserve myself. And that was crazy. So he talked about developing a platform with it. Shaquille O'Neal has always been a friend of creators. He's always been a person to be an advocate for independence. And I remember when I first met and worked with Shaquille because Shaq had his Comedy Shack. And this is right when they're coming off the eaves of the special with Jeff Clanagan with Shaquille's All Stars of Comedy. This is when Russell is arguing with HBO about doing Def Jam. Jeff Clanagan, one of the producers who's working with Stan Latham and the other directors and creatives, they put out Shaq's All Stars of Comedy. Boom. Another run for comedy centered around athletes, entertainment, and now we have it. This next generation. You get your Kevin Hart, which leads us to Katt Williams had been out. 2006. Things people don't know. Before I could walk away to be able to do these things, the things that facilitated me being able to walk away from Houston with enough money to take care of myself was Papados, Trick Culture, niggas spending money on their girl, on these women, blowing money fast at Papados, $20 drinks. That shit was unheard of. I remember when we had the first set of Swamp Things that were costing that much. The 3 Real Motions, that was $16.99. That was unheard of. They was paying for it. And, you know, right shy of his release, Mr. James Jones, Sweet James Jones.
That's what I was going to say. Pimp C, this has got to be around Pimp C time, yeah.
So, Pimp really, he knew but didn't know how powerful his words were. He would come in and I would watch him on the phone for an hour taking phone calls alone, just dealing with the life of what I was later to understand the weight and pressure of being an entertainer and a star and a real celebrity. I don't take platforms like this to gossip. I take platforms like this to acknowledge and, like I said, I prayed about it with edification of the kingdom and building. Highs and lows, ups and downs, wins and losses. I saw this man building something when everybody had kind of given up on him, and how he took that moment and shifted that. And he was very instrumental because he would come in. I loved and hated to get his table. And, you know, Mr. Butler, when he would take to you, he took to you. Nah. What Slickhead Sorrells at, man? Boys out here, man. We out here. So I'll come out there and say, what's going on, Mr. Chad? Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Sweet John, we out here. So let me get some of these lobster tail. I want to do that. Now, if you order lobster at Papados, I gotta go reach my hand in the tank and pull the lobster out. Nigga, I'm supposed to get off at 3:45, bro. It's 3:30. No, I don't think that's the one. Go back in there and see they got one. You got more with more claw meat on there? So now I'm back in this tank again. Boy, Chad got me in this tank. I come back. How you doing, sir? This the one you like? Yeah, let's go and get that. Now I gotta go to the back. I don't just give it to the cook. I gotta take the butcher knife, stab it, slice it open, pre-prep, open it up, and lay it so they can put that motherfucker in to get boiled and cooked. I'm sitting there going back. This boy got a $300 tab. It's him by himself. He drinking these things on the phone. He asking questions. Now he in between the phone calls. Yeah, so, man, the last time I saw, boy said you were gonna do comedy. Why you ain't out comedying, nigga? I gave him my DVD. I said, I got my DVD. He said, yeah, that's cool. And so he comes back again. And I'm talking about, bro, this nigga in here every couple of days. This is his, like you would go to Starbucks and go have a cup of coffee and try. He's using Papados as the backdrop during swing shift between 12 and 3:30 as his space to really build his business and put him in there. He's taking meetings there. This is his office away from office. And I understood the importance of what it was. I saw him take these meetings with, you know, the Matthew Knowles. I see him talking to producers. I see him aligning things. I see him de-escalating shit behind the scenes, bro. Like, niggas in conflict, I'm watching it. I got 8 hours to sit here. I'm in an earshot. I'm pouring tea. Motisa, what else can I do? And, you know, he came to me. He's like, this Katt Williams nigga got a big ass show coming up. Nigga, why you ain't out there on the show? You should be up on that motherfucker, man. Radio say they got a contest. Katt Williams, on one of his tours, Midsummer Meltdown, that was brought out, this infamous tour date stop that happened for 2 straight summers and 2 straight times, one of which was what Ali spoke about. 9700 Box, Candy Eastman, shout out Mad Hatter, shout out Funky Larry Jones, the whole Radio 1 family. They had a contest that was done at Taylor's, a comedy contest. And if you had the best performance and won the contest, you would win this opening slot. Katt didn't have this tour team that he was touring with that he talked about later on. And I won the contest. After I won the contest, the radio station calls me and they were like, hey, we're going to go let you come up to the show. But Katt's people saying they really want a woman to represent as the winner because they're trying to connect with his women viewers. He got stuff going on. I'm like, oh, it's PR shit. You need to show you done beat up on a chick, allegedly, or aggressively, and now you need to show that you have this relationship in that part of the community. Kiana Dancy ends up getting that opportunity.
Yeah, that's my girl. Yeah.
Love Kiana to death. No shade, no hate towards her with that, but I know how that contest went. I know what was supposed to happen. I know what was supposed to go on. And to see that, you know, Pimp C, his next thing during that time, what else happened during that time? Get Throw video shooters out. He tells me, man, I got a video we shooting tonight. Pull up. Jigga gonna be down here probably. I say, what? The song ain't out yet. You don't understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't know where it, so to go to see and shoot, to be at this video shoot, we shoot this shit right across the street on Blodgett, right in the tray, and to pull up and to see Tip on the tour bus, to see David, like to see all these people here, it's like, oh shit shifted. And that for me really was like, when I did get my chance and I did start getting them calls, and when Fox did call me for this, and Living Color is on the break, they're bringing the show back. I'm now out and took this job with Sirius, with Foxhole. I've signed to Foxhole management. I'm getting managed by them. And I'm seeing this. I'm seeing the calls come in with, you know, Quentin Tarantino, with Fox, with Django, and this opportunity. That was a coveted opportunity. We knew what it did for Samuel Jackson. To see who was going to be the coveted nigga to ride the horse was a thing. And I hated to see Katt go in that Comedy Store and just verbally attack this nigga and then turn around and be like...
But he attacked Jamie Foxx?
Verbally, yeah.
Because of the Django shit? He wanted the Django role, or what was this about?
He didn't get that. He did...
So Katt Williams went out for the role that Jamie played.
You gotta understand that if you are an actor and you are anywhere in the stratosphere of acting in Hollywood. Every role could be
them
your
calls,
role
yeah.
if you that nigga on the fucking roster. Every team got their designated shooter. Every team got their little funny, angry guy. Every team got their funny person. Every team got their ladies man. That's just the fuck how teams is built, bro. Every team got their big man in the post that's dominant. Every team has an answer for everything that's dominant about another team. If you got a quarterback that can scramble in the pocket like a Michael Vick, you got to go get a Ray Lewis that run a fucking 4-4 that can match that and close ground because Teddy Bruschi can't fucking do it. You got to understand that everything that we excel at, it creates another opportunity in opposition to what's got to counteract that. Like, that's just the truth. And although, like, with true respect, you know, for a long time, I've been a person to respect Mr. Williams and respect Katt. Like, recent events, just like, bro, like, come on, fam.
See, this is the thing I'm trying to figure out. I know him and Ali they had their long-standing thing, and Ali came out and, you know, he took the high road and said, you know what, man, I'm gonna leave that shit alone with him. But then I saw where he was like, called Ali like, y'all bodyguards and for the dick suckers or some crazy shit. I saw that and I didn't know what that was about.
Well, here go the funny part. The difference between me and Ali right now is the first instance in which you go back and look at Katt, you got to understand his first action is to always tear down somebody on the cusp. That's how he's learned to manipulate the media to build his momentum, to seemingly ideologically champion for the voiceless when since 2006 you've been a confidential informant. Since 2006, Katt Williams has been actively engaging and participating and cooperating and supporting the investigations of the federal government, be it through DEA, ATF, FBI.
Okay, where does this come from? And
so
what's the reasoning for it? How does he become this?
Well, let's go back. A lot of people who are going to be conspiracy theorists here, I will go through the line before the show is over. I will give you all of them. We can start with 2012 Operation Gridiron in Oakland, California. Katt is seemingly arrested on a distractive set of charges, after which 90 people are arrested, 4.5 kilos of methamphetamine are taken, 92 guns, 3 keys of cocaine, and 2 pounds of marijuana. This investigation goes on for 4 weeks from the time that he's released from custody. Now, what you got to understand is that Mr. Williams, and let's go back, because we've had some fun times. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Y'all were good at one point, right?
The thing that he can't say about me is that you don't know who I am. You can't do that like you did that. You played that with Ali that you don't know.
But y'all actually had a relationship.
Yeah, bro. So
not just in no past and shit. Y'all fucked around.
So I'm outside. This was funny though. Like, he is a great dude for all it takes to be who he is. He is the worst nigga to go on a 2-man mission with some hoes. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Hey, no knock to Ohio or Cincinnati, whatever area you came to. Hey, you not know how to be player with these bitches. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I got 3 of my homegirls come out to LA from Houston. You know how it is. Houston girls going out to LA to go see what's up.
They want to come have a good time.
I'm at the Laugh Factory, and I could tell, bro, going through it, you know, the cases is getting down to him. He get kind of beat down, and my nigga just don't look like himself. We in the Laugh Factory. I'm seeing a picture of me, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's there. I flash mob, burn up the goddamn Laugh Factory this night. I come out, I'm on the curb. Now, this the same curb, this right here on the corner of the Laugh Factory. This is where TK Kirkland get his ass knocked out at. Scruncho came, pulled up, knocked that nigga out. Pop! Knocked that nigga out. Slept the nigga on the curb. This infamous curb where people's lives have just changed at. So I'm out here talking to my homegirls. They here from out of town. They hype. They done got some tickets. I got my room. I'm at the Roosevelt. Receipts is for here for all this. Hotel Roosevelt. If you know anything about the Roosevelt Hotel, it's one of the most upper echelon.
That's a player, yeah.
It's a player at spot. Now, the thing about it is they got these bungalows. Now, the bungalow is you get a bungalow room. It's connected to the pool. So the pool might shut down at 10, but nigga, you walk out your door, nigga, you tiptoeing in water. And it's a private bar that's only open after hours and kitchen to the people with the bungalow suites. Nigga, I'm online. I'm a tech nigga. I go find out how I can get the shit for the LO. They running a discount on the shit. I go in, put the shit on my credit card, get the room. Girls coming through. We finna kick it. Now I'm partying at this time. Houston might feel like, man, what you doing? Hey, the South is with me. Cocaine is in the building.
See, that's why we're going to get to that, but go ahead. Yeah.
So, my old man had just passed, and so I really...
Fucked up.
I'm fucked up, but this is how we as Houston people, we handle shit. We don't like to show that we facing any vulnerability or down. We just keep pushing through. We just gonna handle it. We gonna deal with it, man. And you would be surprised. So like, I go into this binge of work, not processing and dealing with what I'm dealing with. I get booked on 3 TV shows, 4 movies, and like 9 other comedic TV appearances. I'm in the zone. Nigga, Kevin Hart, who I will say is not somebody that I spent an abundant amount of time with the help of Jeff Klanick and Tamara Goins with them, gave me my biggest bag. $500,000 for me to produce sketches and do what I wanted to ultimately do, was create cartoons.
This was when you were doing the LOL comedy thing? What was this for?
Right, correct.
Yeah.
So they pay me $500,000. I immediately hire my old man. I'm like, look, bro, you're going to be the art director. Help me shape these characters out. My old man ends up suddenly passing. I end up getting 2 other checks from 2 other networks to develop and create stuff for them. So you talking about your first M, and the nigga that you wanted to do this shit with is gone, bro. So my numbness and my feeling is like, I've kind of totally checked into, you know, it's like, what do I do? I go get the suite, I'm partying, we here. Now, on the curb, I'm talking to the girls, and I see this goddamn Phantom pull up. And I'm looking, I'm like, look at that. And I can hear it before I can see it. The people don't know if you had ever been around a Phantom. They loud, but they not loud like how this one was loud. It was loud, like loud. And so window come down.
Dillo.
And I was like, oh, it's okay.
I had to get my car, nigga. I'm about to get up out of here. Are those young ladies with you?
And I was like, yeah, man.
Are those bitches partying with you?
Nigga, I'm at a party tonight. What you got? I said, man, I got some shit on me. What you got? He pulled out his little bag. And I can know when a nigga doing bad on his drug game, because the nigga, the drugs it was not just powder, nigga. This was the end of the bag. The bag had been torn open. He do this move. When a nigga do this, you at the last,
your last bit.
You at your last bit. And I looked in and I knew it was his car because the check engine light was on.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, this your Phantom.
What year you say this is? 20 what?
2018. Hey, man, this your Phantom. Because the check engine light was on. Nigga, you going through it emotionally, nigga. Kevin Hart done did Jumanji. Nigga, this second ride along didn't happen. You not Ice Cube's token person, nigga. You out here dealing with Hollywood. Them cases on your ass. He stressed the fuck out. Hair is kind of frizzly. I was like, y'all, you good, bro?
It's all good, nigga. What they talking about tonight?
I was like, well, they finna go with me.
Well, let me introduce. Ladies, I'm Katt Williams, and if you see this Bentley here, just know that there's always a seat in it for you.
So Houston girls in they true fashion, they're like, why that nigga talking like that? Like, who?
Well, just don't even.
So they not registered. And 2 of the girls, they don't even really know who he is. Who is that? I said, that's Katt Williams. I mean, who you talking about? I said, man, from Friday, Money Mike. Oh, the midget nigga, the pimp. That's him for real? I thought that was I was like, no, that's him. So he was like, well, we finna go hang out. I tell Katt, I say, we going to the Roosevelt, bro. I'm down.
I'll be through there later.
Now, when you tell a nigga on a 2-man or on a mission with some girls later, you thinking later. Bro, I get to the room. Now, if you don't know what a Roosevelt is in location 2, it's 6 minutes away. I get to the room, go to the ice machine, get some ice. I start pulling out drugs in the party and shit. We finna party. All I hear is knock on the door. I say, oh, fuck. Maybe it's the hotel room service. I go look in the peephole. It's Katt. This nigga done changed his top. He got on a robe. So I look through the hole in the peephole in the door and I see him there. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? This nigga got on a crushed velvet robe on. I know he ain't bathed. I know. You here way too soon to bathe and put some water touch your goddamn body. I said, man, what's up, bro? You walking, man? Let's do it. Bernard is ready to make his entrance. Who the fuck is Bernard?
Oh, he done turned into a whole nother nigga.
He is already up. I don't know exactly what he juiced up on before he got there, but I got an idea because I seen where the rest of the night is going. So we come in. Now, most people don't realize when you do drugs, there's always the meeting, the cocaine meeting. You know, niggas got to have their little meeting part.
What is the cocaine meeting?
The cocaine meeting is where some people like to just get clarity on being reassured that everything's okay. They just want to know, niggas,
everything clean and it's
are
good.
They cool?
Yeah.
They all right? Nigga, I'm just saying, nigga. Now this is what I'm getting. Now the girls in there, they on they Texas shit. They in there twerking, they dancing, they turning up. We there, the pool's water splashing. We right here,
5 to 6, yeah.
Setting is up. You know what I'm saying? I only got one of my partners that's out here. That's from the H. That's with me. We scrap. We chilling. And I got one of my partners that's about to leave. He rolling up because they about to go. They about to go back to Inglewood. I'm like, man, I'm about to chill. I say, who you? Your people here? My man's right outside the door. So, are these bitches cool? I said, yeah, they cool, nigga. We good, nigga. We straight. He had Billo, I just want to let you know, brother, you always been, you know how to throw a party, nigga. I just want to say it. You know how to throw a party. I said, oh, yeah, he ready. So I'm fixing the drink. I'm passing the girl drink. I'm lining up the drugs on the plate. I got the coke. I'm lining it up. Yeah, and so I see the nigga eyes. He's like, yeah, Billo.
He getting excited. Yeah.
Everything, nigga, you gonna make it.
You know, that's when niggas start selling you the bullshit. When the dope come out there,
yeah, nigga, so I know the last special you did, nigga. They don't know who you are.
I'm like, yeah, I know. They gonna know who I am. I know you. I know what he on. I'm a Houston nigga. I know what you on. I see it. So I'm lining the shit up. The girls talking about, okay, cool. The blood going around. I got the door open. You know what I'm saying? The smoke blowing out. We drinking everything cool. Soon as I line the shit up, I hear, woo! I said, I look over.
What's that?
I said, hey. I said, bro, you good?
So, nigga, just, gotta get everything in where it's gotta go.
I said, nigga, you do that every time you do that?
Billo, this is some good shit.
Where is this from? Did you bring this here with you, nigga? I say, nah, bro, like, I'm from Houston, bro, relax, we good. So the girls going around, and I done looked. He just did the line that was for him. He done did that line,
another
two
line.
more lines. I said, hey, bro, what's going on? I said, now I gotta be aggressive with it because I see you don't know how to be respectful.
Yeah.
You hogging the dope. So I gotta put the dollar. I said, hey man, look, this for us over here, this them. Cause I don't need you high and on the bit is for them. Oh, it's good. It's good. So when I pull out the dollar, I got a little bag of Molly. And this is post pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Woo! So Molly is out. I in my head am not ready for the shit he says to me. He said, nigga, what's that? I said, that's the Molly, man. You go, put it on the glass, nigga. Put it on the glass. I said, put it on the glass.
You want to snort the Molly?
I said, hey, man, you can't.
Put it on the glass, nigga. Put it on. I'm gonna show you how.
So when a nigga start telling you he gonna show you, you got to take the back seat and say, you're not driving no more. You got more money than me. If anything happened tonight, you do it first. So now I'm breaking this shit down. I'm like, we could take this in the glass. The girl's like, I thought we were supposed to take.
We about to show you who Gwen Stefani is.
I said, who the fuck?
Wait, what the fuck?
Who is Gwen Stefani?
She said, this gonna make Bernard come right on out. Bernard's gonna come right on out with this Gwen Stefani.
Who the fuck is Bernard? Now the girl's asking, who is Bernard? Who he talking about? I say, chill.
Nigga.
So now The nigga done hit another line of dope. Now I'm like, I ain't tripping.
He didn't hit the molly or he's still on the dope?
Nah, he's still on the dope yet. I'm still trying to break the molly down. So nigga, this crystal meth, bro, this is crystal meth. For those even drug education class, when you mix cocaine with molly, which could be called window pane, which could be called that brown, which could be called the Breaking Bad if it's all white, which could also be called the blue monster, the blue door, which if it's blue, but a methamphetamine mixed with cocaine is Gwen Stefani. Now, I don't know why it's called Gwen Stefani. I don't know this. I'm an infant to this level because I done popped pills before.
You mix the molly with the coke, that's how you get the Gwen Stefani.
That's how you get Gwen Stefani. And so I'm breaking it. He said, break it down good, nigga, break it down good. So he talking to me while I'm doing it, so I'm chopping it down. And he's still talking. And so now this nigga is standing on the couch. There's a couch with a little L on it, like a little, like a leg up part in it, like an L-sized couch. And then there's a coffee table. So he's standing up in the robe and walking from the couch to the coffee table. Now the nigga talking like he the president of the motherfucker.
7 years ago, it was declared that all bitches is not created equal. Some asses are bigger than others. Yours is big. That was small. But and all of this.
And so he having fun, but the bitches, what he
They
talking?
annoyed by this nigga.
They don't understand what's going
I don't know, he had his mind. And
now, it's a 3-piece. You gonna hear me talk about 3-piece. Hey, order the 3-piece in 08 to 2012 wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? To get a 3-piece, you gonna get leg, nigga, thigh. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get leg, wing, leg. You gonna get, leg, thigh, breast. You know, it's always another piece out of that 3-piece that's gonna be another piece that you don't want. It'd be the back. It'd be a lot of that. So I'm watching Katt talk and move in the room. I'm breaking this shit down. And by the time I get this shit broken down, I look over. It's 2 bitches that's bad. We started with 4. We down to 3. His first announcement and all that dope story talking crazy. First, I didn't know. I knew he was a great comedian. I didn't know he was a magician and he knew how to make bitches disappear. Because she got the fuck up out of there. So she left. I said, are we down to 3? We got 3-piece. We still straight. The big shoulder chick, she over there. She talking boom, boom, boom. Soon as I get this shit lined up, I'm ready to go. Like, hey, man, it's straight. I look over. He kissing this bitch in the mouth. I said, oh, this nigga out of control. You kissing the fat hoe out immediately off the jump. I said, the bar set low. He going for a confirmed kill. I ain't tripping. He over there, he vibing. He hit it. I say, all right, bro, what you talking about with this Gwen Stefani shit? Shit scared me. I'm kind of paranoid, but I'm also intrigued. As a nigga from the age, I'm like, what bro on, bro? Like, in different parts of my life, yeah, I had 30 toes, 40 toes at one point in time because, we can't speak about certain things because the statutes of limitation and consequential evidence that could be presented later on would be problematic. And they giving out 40 years. So in essence, these 40 toes, for lack of better words, I'm trying to understand, oh, you're a trick. Now I'm realizing as you talking on this dope, he's like, yeah, nigga, this Gwen Stefani. As soon as he hit, he said, woo, woo. I said, hey, bro, what the fuck is that?
Nigga, it feels like 100 ants are marching up your nose.
I said, I don't want to do that. That don't sound cool.
Nigga, listen. It's bananas. BANANAS.
Man, come on,
It's
dog.
I said,
Come on, dog.
He said, it's Gwen Stefani. It's bananas.
I said, man, what you mean is bananas, bro? I'm concerned. So first little chubby chick, kind of fat, she was like, he went and took his little fingernail. Boom, everybody. So now they up. I was like, oh shit.
Now your turn.
It's going. It's go time. It's go time. I ain't never back down with his hands or his nose on anything, Donnie. I ain't never backed down. I ain't never ran. I've been in a lot of rooms where a nigga could have backed down and been like, I'm out. I'm in. And it was exactly what the nigga said. But it wasn't ants. It was, nigga, 10,000 wasps was stinging me in the top. I said, oh, nigga, this is crazy. I said, yeah, we on some other shit. You ever get so high you start saying, you know what, God, if I get through tonight,
Done.
I'm done. I'm giving my life back to you. I'm having a whole devotional in here because I'm so high. And I'm, this a whole nother world. And this nigga Katt is in here. He having a time of his life. I said, hey, man, now I'm trying to wrap this shit up. I said, look, I got the one I'm finna holler at him.
How long is this shit going on for?
Bro, look, let me tell you something. When people do these type of drugs, they have 5 side effects. Real clear, when you do cocaine, when you do an amphetamine, you got the first phase of people who are the business planners. They come up with this business idea. We about to do this.
They got an amazing idea.
We got this amazing. Then it's the creators. I got this movie, nigga. I think that you should be such and such. Then you get to the third stage of people. People who are endowed with a level of kindredness that's not real. You feel that you and this brother, you and whoever you with,
Be locked in.
Nigga, you my best friend, nigga. Don't nobody understand me but you. So, nigga, nobody understands how my father, they was after him and they tried to get him to turn on everybody in the Panther Party. So if you go back and you look, I'm seeing a certain level of paranoid schizophrenia start to develop with our king, bro. This nigga a king, G. But he's dealing with the weights of the world. He's dealing with this compromised integrity of what he wants to represent versus what reality is. And, you know, in these conversations, I'm starting to hear and understand, like, to find out that his real son ain't his real son. For him to realize that he truly don't have a real seed in this world. For him to deal with the emasculation of losing his wife to them being hooked on narcotics and him beating up on her and dealing with that to ultimately deteriorating their marriage. For him to be smoked out and doped out his teeth to where when he does the first Friday, you're sleeping on Rodney Bingham's couch. You don't have anything for yourself, my nigga. You've ran off your family, be it as it may, whatever circumstantial things may be. Your father died in 89, bro, and he never got to see what you became. You on this dope and you telling me this shit. You telling me about how your daddy was this. That's why he presents as this voice of the people champion, because his daddy never gonna get to see him be whatever he is. When you start really uncovering the layers of people, you get hit with 2 sets of decisions. The aggressive side and the side that just says, damn, did nobody listen to you? They listen, they're not really hearing what you're asking for. So when you think about the certain insurrections and how the Central Intelligence Agency has completely expressed through multiple fronts to go through, eradicate, deteriorate any functioning path of development for our community. They destroyed what this was starting in with the Panthers. They used every available opportunity to try and infiltrate it from the inside out until it was completely eradicated and destroyed. Countless numbers of investigative, supportive advocates that people were working in conjunction with this agency to create false narratives to destroy these things. And then you represent the exact opposite moniker to the people now. Like, I see your pain. For you to be the guy that don't got a family and be mad at Kevin Hart for getting and having a family, making his family be the backbone of this non-aggressive, non-confrontational, openly proud but aware person, I'm seeing the jealousy that's happening. Dave Chappelle is gone. He's not around. Your mindset is telling you you're him. Anybody but you, Mike, and now Kevin. And then you got to look at that. Like, Kevin came in and did the business shit the way the business was supposed to be done. Even him losing his family and getting a whole nother family and starting over before you could actually get True love. You out here getting with these reality stars. You going through these rough ass breakups, nigga. I see it. You jealous at Mike because Mike getting a look. He's getting these movie roles that you can't get because you realize that you not that star. Now you mad at Fox. Everybody that you got a problem with is a person that innately from scratch has something that you weren't born with. You were never born to be a leading man in anything. You will always be the offbeat, offset caricature of some type of life or lifestyle that you represent. Even you in the Atlanta series being the Gator Man, you represented a farce sense of reality for black men because that's what it takes to get that level of attention, because you being your natural self and being an actor that comes with an esteemed level of reverence, like you don't have that. You'll never run down the street with your shirt out, my nigga. Nobody will ever see you being the other cop. Nobody will ever see you being Martin Lawrence or Will Smith. But you know who to play with? He had one utterance of some shit talking to Mike Epps. Mike Epps pulled up on him and got on his ass. Notice who he say and play that bullshit with. He plays that shit with Tiffany. Tiffany Haddish. I love Tiffany to death, bro. It hurt me to see how he went at her. It hurt her to see how he went at her. But because she represents something, hey, bro, people know what's going on. But we got, and they have representation where they're like, you know what? I'm not gonna go back and forth with you.
Man, so did y'all have a fallout, or do you find out at that moment when this interview comes out that he got some type of issue with you tied to whatever he had issue with? This
interview comes out and it's here's how it happened for me. This is where it take it back to the home. 2016, Red Grant and I, one of the people that's been on his tour, that's been his right-hand man. This my guy, bro. Like, I make no mince about it. Kappa Alpha Psi, the fraternity, us as comedians, us with Sid, our pioneers, our nephew Tommy's, even with Red being an early onset person to be this, like, bro, we ain't had no problems. Red know my sister, know my mama, know my family, met my daddy before my dad. Like, bro, come on, fam. We done all partied and cooked it and done together. His family, like, bro. So it hurts to see a person take this position because you've forgotten how powerful you really could be. You could have done the same thing that Ali did. You had more money. Well, go build your YouTube. Go put some people on. You go out and you punch on your female opening acts, the Shima Franklins. You box out 85 South. Yeah, nigga. Katt Williams was jealous of them niggas. And he does manipulative, fucked up shit. That's what he does. Because in his bitterness and his space, you can't live with yourself. I could go down the line, 2014, 2016, the operations that he's participating in. I'll give you the full list. It's not a problem. But you don't love yourself enough, so you go to punching and beating on or having women do shit for you at your beck and call. And we all have our gripes and our differences, but my nigga, you a king. 2020, he goes on TMZ in an interview with Van Lathan to speak about me and my podcast co-host D-Lay about us being the top new guys of being great. I wasn't none of these dick suckers then, bro. I interviewed you on the Morning Hustle, national radio interview. Everything was good. I wasn't none of these dick. But you also know I'll come and put my motherfucking fist and knock your teeth out, bro, and go in your pockets, G. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't care about them accepting me. I've already done. See, that don't validate me. You didn't know Ali, but now when this nigga puts out 5 consecutive comedy.
That's killing.
Independently, alone, own money, own bread, you claim to be this person. Now you want to play war games with Trae? Now you want to instigate a line that's already an issue that we trying to heal and mend?
Wait, what happened? Katt Williams is trying to get up with Trae or some shit? I've never heard this before. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, in the last couple years since this beef has started, since things have started, you watch the Katt Williams, you watch guys who want to be here but can't be from here. Why you don't do this in your home? Why ain't it Cat Day in Cincinnati? Why ain't it this big celebration of you in Ohio, wherever you say you from? Why ain't it that? Because you don't have that. Because like I said, when you got a trick mindset, you got to buy your inclusion and your involvement. Ultimately, that's the dangerous part of him being a participant with federal investigations is you niggas is opening y'all doors and letting this man walk in like he's this mascot of the streets, not realizing when you take money from him, like he said, and Trae has openly said that he's received money from him, you've now opened the doorway for federal investigations to be able to go through you because they can always follow the money. They don't, okay, your life is different than any other part. You're not a street person or whatever the fuck you at in your lifestyle. But you now jeopardize everybody that follows and supports you and is around you because wherever he is, they follow. People don't think about it. You go to these concerts, you park your car in these big ass arenas. You come, you smoking, you drinking, you partying. How many of y'all have taken the time to ask yourself after some of these concerts, have you been arrested or has there been problems going on? Well, damn, why the laws on me so pressed, so tough? How is all these things happening? People don't want to do that. How are you able to predicate who's going to go to jail and not? You know how federal investigation departments have briefs and they tell people who are cooperative informants about what's about to happen. You're not a messiah of the streets to predict things that are happening. You are utilizing your position as an informant to do this. It ain't my job, because there's also a code that it ain't my job to inform the streets about snitches being snitches, because that's also snitching. But when you go on TV and you say my name and invite me to the party to speak on shit, well, you a bitch, you're not gonna run my fade. I'm a Houston nigga, bro. At a certain point, when I want to fade, yeah, that nigga suck my dick. Yeah, that nigga a bitch. He whatever. Well, run my fade then, nigga. Run me mine. Nah, not your security, nigga. Don't go punch on your kids. Don't go up here and pretend to go adopt 7 kids and then CPS got to come take 4 of your kids and go send them back to the orphanage. How bad do your house got to be for them to say, you know what, nigga? It's a phantom in the driveway and a swimming pool and 10 bedrooms, but back to the orphanage you go. They find you in there with meth, coke, dope, and pistols in an environment, bro. Look, we all got our street side, bro, but you got to understand it's a time and place. You keep that shit away from your children, bro. Why can't you do this where you from? If you can't show me where you from, where your hood at, where your streets at, you a weirdo. You working with people. Why you can't go back to where you from? I'm good where I'm at. I came here 1 deep today. I ain't knocking Trae. I love Trae. I don't like and I hate some of the shit that he does, but I love him in the good and the bad of who he and what he is. No, I don't like you punching on Roll with 2 other niggas. I don't give a fuck if it's J-Town or nobody else, nigga. And whatever you talk about, this ain't a DP, so nigga, there's no excuse for that. See, niggas don't know how to just say shit for what the fuck it really is. But then y'all niggas is on the phone and you talking to the nigga like it's good. See that messy shit? I don't really fuck with that. Y'all niggas is some both side playing ass. Like, come on, bro. Without police.
But where does the issue with Trae come from, though?
So the issue becomes a thing now where it is.
Is it because of he's...
No. My issue now is if Katt been supporting you behind the scenes, well, why you wait till vocal voices in your city is clearing up and checking niggas? You wait till after Ali says something, I say something. Now all of a sudden, I want to tell everybody how he supported us.
Oh, he spoke. I don't know. He spoke up for Katt recently.
So when I say that, and again, if he spent money with you, that's cool. But also know, nigga, this nigga is an informant. Now, if that ain't a thing for you to be from the streets, I find it to be a problem. But let's not pretend, nigga, you go to fucking get jammed up by the feds in 06. They got an 80 to 90% conviction rate in the airport, my nigga. You go back and do the shit again in 2008, and niggas talking about, I get out of all of everything that I get. Your evidence disappears, testimony disappears. Who can remove evidence from a custody chain? It ain't state level. You got 4 different instances to where you've been arrested in 4 cities, and within 3 weeks, there have been major sting and bust operations with people have already said you were the person that they dealt with in that time, and you masqueraded as being crazy. Come on, bro. You claim to tell niggas that Kevin Hart is a plant, but nigga, where are your roots? Show me your roots. A tree that bears no fruit. What are you? Show me the comedians that you've pushed through. I can tell you the Ali, me, Marcus Wiley. I seen this special. I mean, how many Netflix specials we need of Katt Williams before you really take some of these women that you supposedly was about building and these comedians that you was about building? Where your Katt Williams Comedy Fest at? Don't tell me about you trying to go buy some property on a military base to go shit on Tyler Perry. And if we being honest, you don't want no smoke with TP in real life. TP about punching on niggas. Let's get that. I've been in the room with that nigga. Let's stop pretending. Hey, bro, Katt, you get in there with Tyler Perry, he start dragging your punk ass. We seen how the fucking kid did you. You getting beat up by a child, my nigga. At a rec walk-up soccer game.
Some kind of shit,
what type of weirdo nigga is playing with children weirdly to get into a altercation with them? Say, bro. But we don't want to make that decision because in our mind, we have our mind set on how we want to look at shit. And again, I'm not here to defame or destroy nobody. But then you also said this is the time and this is 2025 is the year of the truth. Well, nigga, you lying talking about you ain't never did no dope, nigga. This ain't the only time niggas done no dope with you. Nigga, stop lying. Be a real nigga. You want to be like Pryor so bad. He on my arm. We got the same birthday. I mean, live your truth. You act like you walked in this game as the pinnacle of masculinity when you don't realize your masculinity is not predicated by what you present, but how you actually carry yourself. You made some tough comments about your kingship is about wearing your crown. But wear your crown, nigga. Why is it so comfortably when guys like Lil Rel are now making their leading man transition, done the work, you go antagonize them? Oh, because them Netflix specials that nobody got no real numbers for, that you've been banking off of what your success is. Hey, if the niggas had to buy that shit, now we already got a subscription to Netflix, nigga. That's why we watched it. You want to see what the numbers do? Put that bitch up on YouTube. Or start running these fades. Stop beating up on these bitches. Punch on some niggas. But see, don't be tough guy when it's convenient. Be tough guy when it's time to be tough guy. When you're a street nigga and you say I'm a street nigga, be tough with the niggas in the street. When it's time to do murder homicide, spin the block, do the murder homicide. Go sit the fuck down and go to fucking prison or die. Don't sit up here and act like I'm a community advocate now. I ain't a street nigga no more. Then shut your bitch ass up. Stay out of street shit. Stay out of shit that don't involve you. See, I stay out of shit don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't said nothing about Trae and Ro when they had their beef. I ain't said nothing about it. That damn Monty, one of my good friends, we worked together on Dirty Sexy Funny. Brilliant comedian.
Oh, Monty, that's my boy. Yeah, I fuck with Monty, yeah.
And look, I'll say this about Trae as the golden caveat. When I first, started getting some of my internet success, Trae was one of those guys that hooked me with Jordan Tower. That he also hooked me with World Star. I met Q through Trae. I also was doing a very good impersonation of Trae. But also when I went through my time of that I created and cultivated an idea and a piece of intellectual property with Man Code, which later became God Code on MTV, and I, as an independent nigga from the H, had to sue Viacom and go at it with the producers of the show because this is my idea and my sketches and my creativity that has been stolen. I went through my isolation of real 3 years in the industry, not working at Viacom independently until they invited me back to work at BET. So these things, when I'm telling you, like, hey, bro, I need to chop it up with Duval because we out here on the road. But then I presented my piece of what my content is. Now him and Charlemagne, and listen, we understand Bird Brain Production Company is the one that did this. I understand all of that on the later part, that y'all weren't part of the producing part, that the people that poached and took ideas, content, direct sketch for sketch things. Like, I understand all that. I get it. But when I come to you and you conveniently silent, much like before I did this interview, before any of this shit was said, Hey, bro, we need to talk face to face on the one. No, I don't agree with the beef shit. I'm a very much advocate. When we were at the Improv, it was me, T.I., the whole Haha Mafia tour. Shout out Ronnie Jordan, K-Dub, Erica Duchess, Tip. Brilliant. Even in the conversation that he had with Trae about asking him about this shit, like, bro, Ro and Trae was there at the same night. Did nobody die? So there's no read to reconvene on this dismay. So when you think about it from a elevated aerial space, Donnie, if you Katt Williams and you see this and you know that Ro been super supportive of Ali, Ro been super supportive of Billy, you conveniently say they on the other side on a national platform, then you turn around and you dumping money in the background with Trae when you know you don't have no footing here because you got an issue with this being the next nigga that's making it on his own. Hey, bro, that's bitch ass shit, bro. That means you playing a game in our face. But see, when it's not laid out like that because niggas don't want to speak on it. Well, speak on it. This nigga been on a 3-year run. Now all of a sudden, you got a problem because he asked you about some shit that happened. And instead of saying you know him, you go with, well, I'm going to go dump money in Trae shit. I'm going to go do this. All right, cool. How about be a real nigga if you know Trae? Hey, Ali, let's talk. Lee done reached out. Let's not do this spectacle, but see, that's what you want. Because you don't want to really be solid and sit down with niggas on the one. Because you know niggas will start going in your jaw with this bullshit you talking about. Niggas ain't going, bro. I ain't going. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. You can say, man, I don't give a fuck. There's a lot of niggas said a lot of shit till they got in my face and they had to say it. And then you just realize I punch back, nigga. So whatever you talking about, don't start talking about it's these. Because then you go out here, you got openers that's 60 years old. How crazy that sound? If I'm touring with niggas that's 60, 65, you go tell the world on a platform, yeah, it's our team against they team. And you got niggas that's at retirement age that ain't about none of this business. Mark Curry, great colleague of mine, incredible, brilliant mind. You want to say this bullshit that you talking about? You don't act like niggas got fans or like niggas take this stupid shit you say seriously. Oh, you don't understand what your crown really means. That's cool. That meant you weren't never supposed to have it because you wasn't supposed to be here. Now I got to speak to that. Tommy Davidson, that nigga about to, come on, bro. Tommy Davidson, he ain't trying to punch on nobody. Zoo Man, brilliant mind, comedian. And before I even spoke on this, I did the Houston shit. Hey man, let's talk. Whatever number I got for you, text, DM, hey bro, let's talk.
You didn't reach out to Katt before too. Yeah.
What you talking about? Nigga, I don't even be on this shit. I'm on some, my daughter in AAU basketball, bro. I'm over here on that. I don't give a fuck about none of this. I'm dope. I'm a die dope. It don't matter. Every comedian that you ever could imagine that all seen me and told me, hey nigga, you dope. I don't need anything else. And even if they didn't tell me, I know I'm dope because where I'm from and what I've done. Because I made it with my own story. Just like you been dope. We ain't linked up. I ain't been tripping with you because we ain't been on. We just now talking now. So cool. I can acknowledge another king from my position and not feel threatened.
For sure.
And I just feel this, it's not about the culture of the city of Houston. If you go advocating and championing to being divisive. Remember, dog, the devil is always going to present itself in a divisive measure to divide people. When I prayed before this, I asked for the edification of the kingdom and for the people. I don't think any of this shit is worth it. Yeah, you're going to see me crack some jokes back at the nigga because I'm a roaster. That's what I do. But in the end game, should nobody be touched? Especially not to two niggas that got the problem. And then what is the problem? You have a problem trying to weaponize a conflict that I got with another person. You start talking about Bill Belly and D-Lay, I haven't even talked to them. So now we're in this space to where we like, hey bro, when bros get into it, what do we say? Hey, that's between them. Let them handle that. Ain't no jump in on that. When we start jumping in and jumping niggas on the one-ups between bros when they got disagreements. For whatever the fuck the situation is. That's just not the code that we came from. So when you go play odds against the middle, when you got niggas that's real, a city that's really asking for these guys and others to align and be unified, what's the divisive shit for? What it cost? What it really cost? No, nigga, for your popularity, for you to walk around and feel like you got amped up supporting bodyguards? Come on, bro. Now when you already on some police shit? We gotta call it what the fuck we call it. I don't know. I wish and I hope that in the end of this, two things is understood. Stop playing with niggas from Houston. Stop doing that. Don't let your money. Remember what we said when we was growing up. No matter how much money you got, you can't unlame a lame nigga. It's a lot of lame niggas with money. Like, accept the understanding that in your kingship, other kings will rise in your time. And your kingship is not based off of them. It's based off how you ingratiate, acknowledge them, and support them, bro. There's a lot of funny young niggas that's out here Lil Daryl, the comedian. That nigga is hilarious.
Oh, he's funny in the bitch. Yeah, he's funny.
Nigga, I've watched this nigga from Lamar. Nigga hilarious. Ray, etc. Jay Can, Lotto, Monty, Hey, Leroy, hilarious, bro. I've watched these men. Ben Jackson, hilarious. Kanice, hilarious. These niggas are doing it on their own. 80 Hodge, hilarious, bro. So, like, what I lose? I don't lose nothing. I don't lose nothing saying a nigga dope. What if Screw was really on some selfish shit and was like, it could only be me?
Yeah,
and he didn't do none of the... Come on, bro. That's just not in our nature. That's not who we are, bro.
So with the... Because I couldn't understand that shit. And even when he the dick sucker thing, when you say, he said, delay, what's the real about that shit? Was that just you shitting on a nigga, or y'all really had some kind of little thing going on and whatever?
Bro, I've said this before, even on Craig Smith podcast. I'll say it now. Man, the hardest thing to do is to kick a narcotic habit, lose your family and lose your closest friends, and then go through the period of not knowing if the people that you really put your all into really had your back. It's a lot of niggas ain't never touched the M. It's a lot of niggas ain't touched 100K. It's a lot of niggas ain't touched a half a M. The pressure of having that and what that brings was the surprise, because in my head, I thought the money was going to change everything. And that's what they tell you all the time. That's why them old ladies in church, that's why them people that's in the church that was trying to tell us we thought that shit was square. Hey man, money is the root of all evil. You don't know nobody. You don't know who your bitch is. Give her 10 bands, see how she act. You don't know that? A loyal person and a desperate person look and act the same until a desperate person is no longer desperate. That's when you see how loyal they are to you, my nigga. I'll say it again for the people in the back. A loyal and a desperate person, them niggas on your team, that's two down. See how they act when they no longer desperate. That's when the loyalty is really in a space to be evaluated. But again, niggas ain't had to go through these bumps and these life lessons. Not in the main big screen or main forefront. You ain't had to really take no L's to learn no lessons. And that was the last lesson. I had the comfort of having my father with me throughout the bulk of my life. I get to 35, and when I get all the money and all the opportunity leading up to that moment, he coached me for it. But it's a difference when you used to having a nigga in an earpiece. When a nigga, it's a huddle, and you going truly no huddle, and you calling a play with nobody in the box. Do you really remember what nigga said in practice? Or was you not expecting that coach wasn't going to be there? That truly starts speaking to, hey man, me and Didi wasn't on no gay weird shit. We done fucked a lot of hoes and partied and did a lot of shit.
So you saying he sucked your dick, that was just you just on your shit?
No,
just
nigga, like, bro, that's
never
on
happened.
me on some, at the time, nigga, I'm in court you going online speaking to, and this is probably one of the last times, but I will clarify just so niggas understand for like true clarity and vulnerability about what it is. I could have handled the situation differently. I'm still 5 years ago, 4 years ago on dope. I'm still, cause I come from a time when niggas is like, nigga, whatever you talking about, nigga, whatever you on, let's get to that. See it. I'm gonna beat your ass as prison rules. I'm going in your mouth after or your butt, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Wouldn't I say something now? Come make me stop saying what I'm saying. Not the best tactic. Not the best approach.
So it was a situation that just backfired. It ain't really what it was, but just
I don't feel it backfired because to niggas that really know me, you know, oh, you don't know that nigga. That nigga crazy. And he want this. He want a tussle. You know how many bitches and kids and all the shit I've been. Bro, you know, if you know me, hey, bro, nobody really thinking about that. That nigga Billy on one. I know what he on. But if you ain't never been around tigers before, nigga, they very scary and confusing if you ever around them. Because you don't know which way to be. Should I pet them or should I be afraid? It's a lot of things that you haven't seen until you've actually been in the room with it. You don't know how to deal with a star of that magnitude until you're in a room and you need to know, that's what they do. Okay, now I know. There's a lot of niggas jumping them zoo cages. They look like, oh, look at me pet. And then you get your motherfucking hand tore off of your head, ate the fuck up. Now you trying to figure out, oh, he did this to me. Nah, bitch, you went playing in the fast league and you wasn't ready for it. Like, I make no mistake, dog. The drugs that I did, the drugs I sold, the girls, the life that I lived, the lifestyle, I'm so fortunate to be in a position, my health, everything that I've faced, I'm fortunate enough to be where I'm at now, humbled to say, hey man, God saved me. Bro, them prayers that our grandmothers prayed for us, them days.
Oh, they still
when we
protecting us.
stopped saying them because we got so tied up with other shit, we didn't realize that weight was still being, that toll was still being paid, bro. So like, I don't front with none of that. I'm like, nigga, I'm riding off prayers that I said when I was 13. When I was 25 to 36, I questioned, God, do you still know who I am? Do you remember me? And my distance is because I started thinking that you don't. I started thinking that I didn't belong and I didn't fit here because that's how far down I had started getting. Nah, nigga, let's talk about the real shit. When you question what you really stand for, what you really represent, what your real point is. I've took some L's and I've had a lot of W's. I'm still here to be able to lead my children. I got my sons and my daughters. I judge a man by his seed. I judge a person by the fruit that he bears. If scripture is biblical, you ain't got to agree with me. Go find it. The word is it's perfect, bro. And I know niggas be like, how you switching it that way? Look, bro, lead with your mistakes. Don't lead with your wins. Lead with the L, bro. Nigga, I partied, was in the swinger shit. I did all type of shit. Was never on no weird shit with a nigga. But I understand why niggas who in that environment do certain shit. I worked for Mr. Combs for 3 years, bro. I done seen a whole bunch of shit. And it's a lot of niggas out here acting like, oh man, I don't know what they talking about. No, nigga, you was around. Cause nigga, that's what OWN was. That's the top. The top is tricky. Cause when you get to it, you realize it ain't really the top. You still in the circumference of there is no top. There's no top to life, bro. Okay, you got to that? Cool. Guess what? You still got to deal with tomorrow, nigga. It's a 7-game series, nigga. You got to play again tomorrow. Run it back. At this level, every day is game 7. Now that you done reached this level, you don't get to go back to Pop Warner level. Nah, nigga, you play every level on game 7. Make a mistake, flash out, crash out, bitches on you. Now the internet up, we watching, we taking note. It was cool when niggas wasn't watching. Now niggas watching. All right, let's see how this nigga handle this. You ain't ready for that every day. Me and one of my close friends, Darius McCrary, we got into a fist fight in front of Charlie Sheen house. One of the funniest situations. Now I'm laughing at it, but at the time we was really angry. Kevin Reed was our manager. He managed Amari Hardwick, Keith Robinson. So as a new nigga in LA, nigga, I'm outside. I got my soon-to-be wife, my ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, or whatever. But at the time, nigga, I'm in LA, nigga, I'm here. Nigga, like, we outside. Charlie Sheen has this crazy-ass party at his crib. And it's women everywhere. White women, black women, Filipino. Hey, don't matter. Nigga, they all in this bitch. He got a whole spread with a live person with sushi rolls on top of it. Nigga, it's going down at this nigga crib. Darius McCrary, Eddie Winslow. You hear all the weird shit about him. Funny shit about it. That's my partner, love to death. He see me at the house. Nigga, they got people walking around with trays of dope. That nigga get mad. Hey, bro, you gotta get the fuck up out of here. The devil in there. I said, what? Nigga's bitches in there. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm talking to some hoes. I'm about to pull these hoes to the side. Look, no, nigga. He grabbed me, picked me up, and threw me outside. So we outside, we punching on each other. Charlie Sheen come outside, he dying laughing. Let him in there. No, the devil in there. Nigga, we smack drunk high.
That's what I'm saying, because I know he didn't say he didn't got down with, I just seen him say he got down publicly, so this ain't no secret, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, like, this is, you talking about your people that you watch and you see.
This is just a lifestyle that.
I didn't like the fact that the other day, the hard part is we don't really know people's background when we speak on shit. We say Craig Smith, a very good friend of mine, love him to death, colleague, on Corey Holcomb's 5150 show. When I said the shit I said, dude, I had to pull up on Corey at the Improv. Corey, no, he ain't a secret. You came to Houston and then I locked myself in a green room with you with the thing on me. Like, what we talking about, nigga? Nigga, don't play with me like that. Nigga, you been knowing me since I was a pup, bro. Don't play with me like that, bro. We ain't had no problem since then. He ain't say shit about me when he said we already got that cleared up. I let kings be kings, nigga. But I pull up and then what we talking about? I lock myself in a green room with your strap on me. What we talking about, nigga? You gonna get with the shit or what you talking about? Or make me stop saying it. Go on your show and say, I ain't lock myself in a green room with you. I don't get out like that. That's why I don't worry about it. Niggas know who they can do that dumb shit with. I don't like the shit that happened with Vernon Maxwell because I take you back to Hiram Clark with this one. My mom's second husband was working at the Compaq Center, formerly Summit, for HPD when Maxwell had that fight. Oddly enough, he came home and he's like, everybody think he was tripping. His daughter just died. You on TV, you a platform, you got a responsible set of integrity that you got to tap into, bro. You can't just go out and be like, oh, that nigga was on dope, that's why he was tripping. No, nigga, the nigga was out there drunk.
Oh, that's what he said? Nigga was fucked up and he went out. Yeah.
Oh, man, he was out there on that dope and cheesed out and flashed. Have you been to Gainesville? Let me let y'all know something, bro. Whatever you think life is, there's a place where what you think is abnormal is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Gainesville, Florida, one of them places where them niggas do not give a fuck about whatever the fuck you talking about. You talking about a nigga that would punch on Jordan, Xavier McDaniel, who was not going. Who wasn't going. Fuck the Malice in the Palace. That was 19 niggas with one nigga in the stands with Ron Artest. It wasn't nobody up there with Vernon when he went in the stands and started firing off and teeing off on niggas. Let's get clarity. They sent that nigga and shipped him off to Popovich to try and calm this nigga down with crazy ass Dennis Rodman. Like, let's not play like we don't know. Nigga, you think that nigga was at the fucking car wash on Scott Street with niggas during his hay time. Like, come on, bro. Let's regroup. But when we see what happened with all the smoke with Mark Barnes, I know Matt Barnes. I know Craig Smith. Matt Barnes about punching on niggas. We can say what the fuck we want to say. He drove 45 minutes to go fight Jeff.
Yeah, he drove 45 minutes for that fight.
It was actually 15 minutes. It was a lot more exaggerated of time. And the nigga about all of that. Stop playing with light-skinned niggas with curly hair. Like they ain't going. Matt Barnes about all of that. What's bro name that played that was point guard that ended up going into the fucking octagon? What's the nigga name?
Derek Fisher?
Nah.
Talking about that he got into it? Who you talking about?
Point guard.
To the octagon.
Man, this nigga went in and started teeing off on niggas in there. And I was like, see, y'all don't know what it's like. But he didn't need a guard, man. Like, yeah. I just say this to say, bro, like, you know, we got to be responsible with our platforms and what we're saying. I think today, man, I'm just thankful to be able to have this opportunity to speak with you today and be able to have this dialogue. I'm sure there's gonna be more to be said.
You know, we'll do it again. We'll do this.
But yeah, man, and Trae, nigga, you a king, bro. Wear your crown. We all gotta wear them. Let's make it normal for us to be able to be as kings to talk on a one. I shouldn't have to come on a podcast to say something for you to respond when I text or DM or call or ask.
Have you reached out to Trae before to try to talk to him?
I have. I try to address all of this. I don't like niggas responding in public to things that could be done in private. That is what I agree with Ali on. Don't come on public platforms to say shit. Willie D done tried to talk to Katt about this. Hey man, niggas ain't playing with what you talking on. Niggas gave this shit a whole 2 weeks for niggas is up. Now niggas is where they are. But you put a lot of other people in the middle of things that can be resolved. And that's just a man thing, bro. Like, stop going to your wife about shit with you and your partners and thinking that she gonna be able to counsel you with your... Bro, have some discretion, discernment to understand that certain issues need to be resolved between as men. That ain't a gender-based response. That just means certain things ain't appropriate. My kids can't tell me gossip about what the other little kids do. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck what no kids do. I don't want to hear what the fuck a 8th grade kid is doing at school. Oh, she's talking so-and-so. Why do you care? Ain't your business. Worry about the business that pays you. Be great at what the fuck you do. It's okay to not know everything. T-App, y'all motherfuckers on there going off, telling all your information and vulnerabilities about your nigga in there to strangers. Don't know if it's ops in there, another bitch in there that's really gonna scoop your nigga because you done told him everything wrong or what he ain't wrong. The bitch knowing there with a scouting report. And then you wonder why you ain't got no nigga. What we doing?
Hey, man, on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, man.
Hold on. Shout out to the Hive, my partner LP, LeBron.
Dirty Sexy Funny.
Dirty Sexy Funny, Al Rucker. Shout out to everybody over there, man. 7,800 Amelia. 20,000 square foot space for us to be creative, dope. Podcasting, live events. Shout out to my partner Ernest Crosby, who was here. Everybody has been a part of this process. You know, thank you. And we got more to do.
That is. Hey, man, it's the Donnie Houston Podcast. I'm Donnie Houston. Billy Sorrells. Hey, man, whip out of here.